Welcome to episode 370 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from the geeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
It's supposed to be 2020. Why do I still need to wear fucking glasses? I still can't see without my damn glasses, and it's supposed to be 2020. Fucking sucks. I feel like I was lied to.
See, I should be wearing my glasses, but I put them somewhere and I can't remember where they are.
Well, see, I can't see without them, so I'm like, I kind of need them.
Yeah, like I really should wear them because I have like my eyes just will get worse if I don't. Because I got astigmatism and all of the, all kinds of stuff wrong with them. But yeah, I placed them
started
somewhere.
with that, so
I just can't remember where I put them. It's I'm getting old. My memory's going. I'm getting more and more gray hair as the days go by. I've actually
luckily
had people comment on the fact that I have gray hair.
Luckily, I have not gotten any gray hair. This is blonde, by the way. I don't know why it's blonde, but it's blonde. It's not gray. It's blonde.
Yeah, I have some like blonde in my facial hair as well. Like I've got like blonde, brown, and some red. I
Bodies are weird. Humans are
yeah,
weird.
I don't know. And I got like I'm starting to have like salt and pepper on my head now. That's why I have it short, is because it doesn't show as much when you keep your hair short. You don't see gray as much.
Yes, the young ones get the gray hair first, not the old guy like me.
Which it runs in the family. My dad started getting gray hair when he was young too. It's just I'd rather have gray than go bald. Like,
I was gonna say my dad doesn't have any gray hair, but that's because he's bald.
yeah. So, but anyways, we're not here to talk about hair.
No, we're not here to talk about video games either.
Video games, yeah.
This is gonna be a weird one.
Yeah, because like the holidays, and the holidays, you want to kind of relax, or is more of a relaxful time, and at least my mindset, it's more I'm more of in a relaxed mood, and video games can be relaxful, but like
They can also be stressful.
They require interacting and like actually doing stuff.
There are times you just want to lay on the couch and just melt and just become just a lump.
Microwave some pizza rolls and just like watch some TV.
Yeah, can't say, I think I did that actually. I microwaved some pizza rolls and laid on the couch and ate them.
Which I've been eating pizza rolls lately, which I haven't had like before recently. I haven't had pizza rolls in like so long.
Same.
But I was just like, hey, Target's got pizza rolls on sale. Why not? And I sent you the double XP codes.
It wasn't double XP. It was you actually get like items, and it was like
okay, yeah. The double XP like, is for like Doritos, right?
I think so. I think you get items from Doritos too, but yeah, no, not video games. We're talking about what have you been watching though. This is gonna be an I recommend of Geeks for the Win.
Some like big name stuff came out, like in the streaming world, and even in the silver screen.
Sure,
that's what they call it.
It's still called a silver screen. I don't think it's made out of silver anymore, but yeah.
But yeah, that's But yeah, some stuff there. Movie world, streaming world, stuff like that. Do you want to kick it off with maybe one thing you've been watching? We can maybe go back and forth.
Sure, yeah.
Hot potato it.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Well, okay. First, I'll start with one that we both watched that I curse you for this.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and I didn't do this right. It's been a while. Give me a second. That one, Silver
Oh,
Guardian.
okay. Yeah. It's an
You text
anime.
me a couple weeks ago, asked me if I heard of it, and it sounded familiar to me.
I think this was like less than a week ago. It wasn't a couple weeks ago, right?
I thought it was a couple weeks ago. Anyway, it was recently, and if you asked me if I heard of it, and it sounded familiar, and I started watching it, and I'm thinking I have watched this, I've seen this, but I don't remember a thing about it. And like as I'm watching,
And
like bits and pieces are coming back to me as I'm watching. Like this seems
deja vu
familiar.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I finished it and was like, oh yeah, I remember being fucking pissed.
because of because of yeah.
It's just okay. Silver Guardian is an anime. It's kind of
One of those MMO animes.
yeah, it's an MMO anime. Not dude is trapped in an MMO. No. He's playing an MMO, but it's to
It
save.
starts realistic.
It
Like
does. It also makes
actual
sense in the
MMO.
beginning. It also makes
Yeah.
sense, and then it slowly doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah,
And then
exactly.
it starts going into like I had so many fucking questions.
It starts
Okay,
getting anime as fuck.
okay. No, because anime tends to actually tell a cohesive story. Okay, the Silver Guardian starts out. Dude is he's a college student that has like a ton of part-time jobs, and
He's super poor.
somehow all of these part-time jobs allow him to also play video games at the same time. And he's really good at this one game. And in the game, he ends up meeting with this girl that he ends up knowing in real life, and they end up like questing together and all that kind of stuff. And then out of nowhere, the game is turned off. Like the servers are shut down. But
And am I wrong,
the
or
company
is
is
he
coming out
like
with a new game.
he's like so good that he's wearing like basic level armor, right?
Yes.
But he's like the most powerful in the game, which is like
Yes.
kind of crazy. Yeah.
Um, and then the game was shut off. But luckily, the company is making a new game, and
That announcement was the weirdest thing I've ever watched.
yeah,
Like
because people were happy, like, hey, and the more you pay, the powerful you'll be. Yeah. No.
you were the first person I thought of when I heard, when I was watching that. I'm like, Stewart would hate this. He'd be mad.
Well, considering it was like it's from Tencent, like this whole
It's from
anime was
Tencent.
done by
Yeah.
Tencent, makes complete fucking sense. Because like, oh yeah,
And
that's absolutely what they think. There's no doubt about they think like that's how people would react.
exactly. And it's just I told you, I told you, it's so weird seeing people like excited and happy about pay to win. Because that would
Yeah,
never be the case in the
it would
in real
not.
life.
No.
Like in the world we live in with, you know, horse armor was a thing and or Bad Company golden guns even, and like even now you've got games
And
like
now when games like Battlefront 2 actually, starts out being a pay to win game, people just railed it.
exactly.
But in this fantasy world, everybody's excited and happy to play it.
I mean, I would too if you could like have a smartphone device and jump into the game and play it. Like,
Is that how that worked, or is that how his worked? Like that was, I had so many fucking questions. Like, like, because there were so many questions because it was never explained. Like, is he the only one jumping into his device because his is special, or is everybody's like that?
I don't know. It's I don't know. It's
And okay,
makes it seem like it could be either way, I guess. But
to
in the
continue on
first
with this,
season,
with
episodes are short.
yes, they're 13 minutes long, and that counts the 90-minute intro, in beginning music and ending music.
90-second.
Yes, 90 seconds. Sorry. Which I would say, I've gotten to a point with anime. Like I know, like I press the 10-second skip 8 times, and I will jump through all of the intro song.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm the
It's
same
eight.
way.
You press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm at the end of the song. This one I had to hit it 9 times. Like what? Okay.
It has a lot of like the intro's long and the outro's long, and that takes up a
Yeah.
lot of the
It takes up a lot of the short runtime.
exactly.
But like, and the story goes like the creator of the game is killed, but but there's something special about the game, and his adopted daughter, gets kidnapped and taken
Almost has
into
like
the
a
game.
Egyptian Shadow Realm Yu-Gi-Oh feeling to
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of he's a tomb guardian. It's never explained what that fucking means. What and it only explained like once, maybe
Well,
what tomb he's guarding.
and the show starts with like the whole show is a flashback, right? I guess, right? Because it shows like the girl talking about how, oh, no one know it was an average day and no one knows that he
Yeah,
has to actually, you
yeah.
know, and then it shows him with his cat, and then he starts fighting everybody or fighting all
And how
those
does
that army
Cat get
of.
there? It's
Yeah,
like,
we haven't seen that yet, but yeah, it's a weird anime.
and then it starts going off
But
the rails from there. Like somehow, like after she gets kidnapped, apparently like a bunch of time passed,
wait,
and
it
he didn't
did
do a
a bunch of
damn
time?
thing. Over a year.
Oh, I didn't realize over a year passed. Wow.
Okay, that's like over a year, and he didn't do a damn thing. He didn't do anything. And the only reason I know it was over a year is because that one kid that he met, that homeless kid, or that kid who lives in this slums, like it was this kid and a girl that he grew up with, I guess, and she was sick, and he was trying to get money to get her.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Because it said, before all that stuff in the arena for that kid trying to win like the arena a year prior, and he has the console in his hand. So he had that console for a year.
Ah, okay. Huh.
So like at least a year passed,
If
and he didn't
not,
do
they just
anything.
goofed.
It
Which I
or
wouldn't be
they
surprised if
or they
they
forgot the
goof.
fucking story, because that's kind of what it seemed like happened.
Yeah, that's what
They
I mean.
forgot the
Yeah,
story. Oh, and
because
we should
it's
also mention that the main character ends up being something special, and he's given his own special console, and it for
preloaded
this
with
game, and
billions of
with
money,
$10 billion.
10 billion. Because what was it? His grandfather ends up being the like surrogate father to the female character and wipes his grandson's memories.
And if the people who are listening is not following along, that's because we didn't follow along either.
Oh,
That's
I know
because
what's going
it's
on, but I don't know
oh
what's going on. I know what they're. I know how to explain it. I just don't understand it.
It's like,
but I don't know, like
and then
it's
the second season of the show ends up being just it takes two of those short episodes, puts them into one. So the season actually ends
yeah,
up
they
being
get longer.
halved
Yeah,
because it's the same
it
amount of
just
work. They just half the
it
show.
ends. It just
It just
ends out of
ends.
nowhere.
It just
Like
ends. Like nothing gets
like
resolved. Nothing at all.
I'm looking I'm looking at Funimation's schedule. Like when's the next episode? When's the next Oh no, it's not okay. There's nothing. Okay,
No,
like it just stops, and I'm just like
it just like they were just canceled out of nowhere.
oh, they were canceled.
Well,
Okay, wow.
that's how it seems. That is literally how it seemed.
It kind of sucks because I mean, I don't know. It was oddly compelling. Like I was
It
frustrated at
was
some of
like
it,
it
but
had potential. It had its
yeah,
potential, but it just
the pay to win
com-
stuff was the thing that just I don't know. It just bothered me the entire time. Like this is so weird. Like this is not how the real world would be.
and what also made me maybe think like a bunch of time passed is because everybody knew how to play the fucking game but him. Like everybody knew like like legends and lores and big giant corporations and groups were formed in the game, and he is a beginner. He hasn't passed the beginner course.
But yet he has all this power because he's a guardian, a tomb
Right,
guardian.
whatever that means.
And he's one of the 6 billionaire, 6 billion
Well, look,
players, right?
there's 6 billion players. Like six, like there are 6 players who have over $1 billion.
And then there's that one dude who has like 99999
Right, yeah. Who
and
annoyed the
can't
crap
get
out of me.
yeah.
And you can't get over that hump unless you become special
Which no
somehow.
one
I
knows
don't.
how to be special
No
or
one knows.
it's like yeah, you got to like train yourself somehow and it's like stuff you have to somehow discover how to find or yeah,
Yeah, like I said, if you're not following along,
it's
that's fine. We didn't either.
it,
We
it's all over the place, but it's short. It's a short
It's short. It
watch.
is, yes.
So, that's another reason why I kind of stuck with it. Was it was very short to get through and like
Yeah,
it's got the
basically there are 12 10-minute episodes, and then 6 20-minute episodes. So it's short.
yeah, it's got the it's got the bones of like a good anime.
It did. Like I said, it had potential, and then it forgot who it
Like
was and forgot its own story.
it's kind of like a rip off of Sword Art if you think about it.
Eh, no, not really, because like they weren't trapped in the game, but maybe
That's what I
she
mean. That's
was. I don't, and what that wasn't clear
that
on
yeah,
if she
that's the
was in the
thing. Like
game. It would that would.
see, and that's the thing. Like they're in the game, but yet they have the devices on them in the game. Like
Well, that could be part of the game, but like one guy used his abilities outside of the game though. Like when he was kidnapping him, like he teleported
oh yeah, so
and like
yeah,
just
maybe the devices do. I don't know. I, it's bizarre, and that's the thing. And that's another thing. It contradicts itself because when she's getting kidnapped, he's like, "Oh, I've got money to pay," and there's no way you can use the current. And then later on, he uses the currency.
yeah,
Like,
and then oh yeah, no, you can use the currency outside of the game. Uh, oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
It
It,
it's
It's an anime
And
from
I
Tencent.
I remember I remember being pissed off when I first watched it, and then I watched it again and I pissed off again. So this is double pissed me off.
Yeah. But, I remember what like, the opening, like, I saw Tencent in, like, the opening whatever, and I'm like, that's the gaming Chinese gaming company, right?" And it's like, "Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, wow. That's odd," and then I keep watching, and I'm like, "Oh, pay to win. Okay, that makes sense." I'm kinda surprised there's not, like, a game tied to this.
There is a comic. There is a manga tied to it, and that is currently running still.
Oh, okay. So, I guess I don't know, I guess since there is a manga, it's not just, like, Tencent decided to make an anime to try to be propaganda.
No, the manga came first.
Yeah, so, okay, it's I guess it's not it was
Maybe
just
it's
a
explained in the manga. Maybe these questions we have are explained in the manga. Who knows?
maybe it was just a poor adaptation from manga to anime.
That happens.
Yeah.
That definitely happens.
I mean, it looks good too. I like the look of it.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
it had potential to do things that just it didn't do.
and that's like half of all like, whether I find anime good or not is half of it I base on the looks of it.
Oh sure, yeah, absolutely.
Like there are some animes that I'm just like, I'm sure I would love this, but I just don't know if I can get over the look of it. Like there are some animes I love, like I have fond memories of, and I've thought about going back to, and then I look at like the cover or the thumbnails or whatever when I'm about to watch it. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Like Outlaw Star, I was about to watch that again recently, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh
I want to say I
no,
watched that not that long ago.
that's rough. That looks rough.
No, like I feel like 90s anime like that kind of holds up a lot better than like 2000s anime.
I maybe. I mean, there's some of them that do, but that and I think what like the Tenchi Muyo stuff, kind of little dated, but like some of
Yeah,
it definitely does. Like when I went back and watched Yu Yu Hakusho, that held up maybe for me, maybe because also nostalgia, and I still need to watch that movie. I never watched the movie.
yeah. We need to move on because we've got a lot to talk about. So, all right. What
We
about?
do.
Okay, yeah, it's your turn. What about you?
Okay, let's continue on to with the anime, and you talk about skipping through like the intros and knowing exactly. I do that, and I with this one, and I get to One Punch.
You watched One Punch Man. Oh, thank God.
Like I'm able to get to that point every time, and I like that because I like that. That's like the best part of the like uh, of the opening intro is the end. But yeah, I watched all of One Punch,
That's
all of it,
great.
even the specials.
I, I'm assuming because you did that, you liked it.
I did, yes. It's very weird. It
It's
at times it feels like a
it
parody.
it is. That's because it is.
Yeah,
It's a
like,
parody.
and it's kind of weird because like it goes episodes without even seeing Saitama until like the end, which I guess that's how the game is. Like you're supposed to like keep the monsters like you're supposed to buy time for him to come and actually like
I didn't know there was a game. I
yeah.
That doesn't
Apparently there's a
surprise me.
game, and
There's a game.
I think there's a sequel coming out this year to it. But, yeah, was it, and was it Genos? That's the cyborg?
Uh huh.
He is totally, like I don't know, I he he is quite a character. He is such a
he's a little
parody,
he's a little wound tight. Yeah, he's such a parody of
but,
like
like,
your
at the same time, I wanna see, like, a true serious anime with a character like that. Like, I know the kind of character they're parodying, they're doing a
right,
parody of, but I like those type of characters.
right.
I like the action animes and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Um, was it I watched the first season on Hulu, and then I had to find the season 2 somewhere else because couldn't
I thought
find it.
season I thought season 2 was on Hulu. I want to say I thought that's where I
Uh,
watched it.
I couldn't find it if it was, at least not dubbed.
Oh, okay. There you go. That was it. That was why.
Oh, you only watch it subbed?
Well, I did watch. Well, I watched the first season twice. I watched the first time through subbed, and then I watched it dubbed, and yeah.
The
So yes,
dub's
I
not
did
bad. It's
I
fairly
did watch
good.
it sub.
Then again, like, it's hard to find an anime where nowadays where the dub is truly bad, I think. Like,
Yeah.
there are some, but, like, I think we're at a point where,
Oh
like,
yeah. Dubs are definitely
there's a certain amount of voice actors out there, and they just use the same amount of voice actors for
yeah.
everything.
You if you watch a lot of dub, you tend to like, oh, I recognize that voice. He did this person, this person, this person.
Exactly. Hey, that's the chick who plays Railgun.
Right. Yeah. Hear her a lot.
Yeah. Her and was it, Chris Sabat, who does, like,
Yes, I
Vegeta and
hear him a lot
Piccolo?
too.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
Lately,
not bad,
I've
it's
been hearing Hercule everywhere.
yeah, yeah, Hercule, he's yeah, definitely. Who does Hercule? Is that Chris Sabat?
Maybe, but like I could hear him doing that voice though.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, yeah. But, One Punch Man's pretty good. I don't know why it took me so long, but yeah, I did, and, um, was it 2nd season kinda ends weirdly, right? Just, like,
Trying to think how it ends.
not a
Can't think of how it ends. How does it end?
they, like, the right I guess right before they're gonna go to the monster whatever
Right,
organization, like,
right, because the monsters have organized. Right, I remember that.
and they kidnap that kid, and they're
Yeah,
they're
okay,
they're
yeah, I remember now.
they, like, kinda say, "Hey, come get him if you want him," and then that's kind of it.
Right, yeah, it definitely like there's going to be a season 3.
Yeah. It was a very short, um, season, or I guess but they both are kinda short seasons, right? Was it 10 episodes?
Sounds right.
Yeah, it's kinda it's interesting, some of the stuff that they weave in there, like, when they're talking about the hero organization or whatever, and how it got started, and it's because of Saitama.
Right.
Because he saved that Chin kid or whatever, and I guess his father decided to start it and all this and that, and it's kinda like, "Oh, that's kinda funny."
There are
And
24
yeah,
episodes, so it's 12. It's 12 each.
is it okay? But wait, but am I missing some episodes then? Huh? Because I think I only watched 10 in the second season. Then, hmm.
Oh, because it's not done yet.
Is it not? Okay. Okay, nah, maybe not done on dubbed. Then yeah.
Yeah, because one comes out today as we're recording.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah.
Episode 11 comes out today, and then yeah, on the 11th next Saturday it's 24. Our episode 12.
Wow, that was a yeah. I guess because the break. Because I saw the last one was like the 15th, and I'm like, well, that's a while ago. That's like 2 weeks ago. But I guess yeah, because the holiday and all that.
Right.
So that makes sense why it felt like it just ended weirdly for me.
Okay, that
Because it
also
did
means
end.
I haven't finished it. That also means I haven't
Yeah.
finished watching it.
Okay, that's good then. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Uh, it, the animation's kind of weird, where it'll get to the weird. It'll get to like the
Well, you know the story behind that though, right?
no. What's the story behind it?
Do you know about the creator? One. He goes by the name One.
No.
He can't draw. He cannot draw. And that's
Okay.
why Saitama is like the plainest looking person ever.
Yeah, but it'll be like where it's all plain, but then it'll get to like the image you see there where it looks like he looks badass and crazy cool looking, even though he's still, kind of plain. And then it'll get to like the goofy looking, you know, style, and it switches back and forth a lot.
Like that is literally his drawing. That is a creator's drawing.
Huh.
I'm sending
What's
you a couple of them.
better than I can do? Have you watched the specials
I have
for
not.
season 1? They're kind of like they're kind of like they take place in between the episodes,
Okay.
and some of them like lead up to like they'll end right at a certain part of like one of the episodes and stuff like that. They have them all on, was it Kiss Anime? That's where I saw it. I was like, oh, specials, okay.
Okay.
I guess they're part of the
Going back to
DVD.
the art though. The last one that I sent you that psychic chick. The reason she looks badly drawn sometimes is because that's kind of how he drew her.
Yeah, was it Tornado something, right?
Yeah. Yes. Because that's
Terrible
he
Tornado.
drew
Yeah.
her.
And then her sister's Blizzard something.
Yeah, who looks older but she's actually younger. One of the what's an anime? It's one of those anime things. Like, oh, that's a little weird.
Yeah, yeah, there's weird stuff there. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I guess I have 2 more episodes. That's cool. But there'll probably be a season 3, definitely.
Probably, yeah.
It's very popular. Like,
It is
despite
very
me
popular. Yes.
taking so long to watch it, I knew it was very popular. Boy, was it the final like battle in the tournament that
Uh
got
huh.
bizarre. Wait, or no, was it that or was it the no? It was the alien boss dude.
Oh, at the end of season one.
that got really crazy, like, that totally was a parody of, like, Dragon Ball Z and
Oh,
shit like that,
absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
because that got, like, insane, like, the way that character was moving and doing stuff and flashing
And
lights
that
and
one actually got like one of like the biggest laughs from me. Just that whole like, oh, I'm going to take off my armor and use my full power, and just these rocks are flying everywhere, and he's and Saitama's just like, okay, just
and he's just, like, moving
the
so
no,
super
just
fast and
the no expression, just okay.
yeah. It was pretty crazy. I'm like, "Wow, this is," and then, like, he beats him with 1 punch.
Yeah, yeah, because he's One Punch Man.
Wait, what? It said, like, he is his what's his nickname in the show? Baldy Cape? Didn't he say that or something like that?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah,
Like, is that real? Like, uh, is that was he making a joke about that, or is that, like, his actual nickname in the
I
world?
don't know. Maybe. Maybe I don't know.
But yeah,
Now,
it's
what you need to do is actually watch the other show that the creator has made, and that's
no,
Mob
what's
Psycho.
yeah, I've heard yeah, about that, yeah. I'll get to it eventually.
All right, next year we'll have watched maybe Mob Psycho. Maybe the year after that.
Maybe. But oh, alrighty. What else? What do you got? Let's hear another one from you.
No one from me. Okay, let's kind of stick with anime and what I've been rewatching lately, and that's Overlord. I was actually watching an episode right before we started. Been
I've
rewatching
watched the first
Overlord.
episode. I have watched the first episode,
Okay, cool. Um,
and
just
that's
from the
kind
first
of weird.
it is weird, and I like it. I
You were
like it a
talking
lot.
about how, like, the younger sister looks older. Well, in this, there's a brother sister who look like
That's
the
just cross
opposite.
dressing. That's cross dressing. That's
It's still
yeah.
weird. Like, even the way they. I mean, it's not just the clothes they wear; it's the way they look.
It
Like,
was and their attitude. It's their attitude.
yeah,
Like the girl is a lot more adventurous, while the boy is a
that stuff always
wimp.
wigs
He's a
me
he's a
out. I
wimp.
don't know why. Like, and especially the animes where it's like he's a boy, but everyone thinks he's a girl, and all this and like that.
Yeah,
Just it's very weird.
it
It's
is
very
very weird.
odd. Like, and that's such a common like trope.
It is. It is, and so that's why I kind of just brush it off. But yeah, I'm rewatching that. I'm a couple of episodes into season 3, which is when it gets funky. Like, it really kind of starts taking off at season 3. Like, things start happening. And I've heard
Oh,
there is
okay,
going to be a season 4. I didn't think there was going to be a season 4, but I have read that
okay.
there is going to be a season 4, because I actually didn't think this was popular enough to get a season 4.
I mean, it got 3 seasons, so it had to have been somewhat popular.
Yeah, but I feel season 3 also has some um budget issues, and you can see, because it's definitely it's one of those where it blends 2D and 3D, where some creatures are 3D characters, and you can tell
Oh God, yes.
that
Sometimes
they
those
look
just
3D. Sometimes it can look cool if it's styled right. It's not quite right in this one.
like
Towards the end of season 3, it starts getting bad.
yeah. One of the what is it? The I know exactly what you mean. Like like kind of how like uh the Spider-Man animated cartoon was, where sometimes it would
Yes,
get to like that 3D modeling of like
Yes.
swinging, and it looks so dated. Like, maybe it looked kinda cool back then, but it looks and it just it's so off-putting because it's just so jarring, it looks so different. I
Yes.
remember I watched another anime like that where, like, they would battle monsters, and the monsters would be that, but they would be normal, and it
Right.
was just, like, very, very off-putting. So, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But
But, yeah.
and Overlord is one of those where dude, it is MMO in the future where it's a full dive MMO. It's you completely immerse yourself in the VR system and in this MMO, and this MMO has been going on for a long time, and it's shutting
12
down.
years?
Yeah, it said 12 years.
I just watched the first episode today, so yeah.
So and he's kind of saying goodbye. Some people show up, at the end, say goodbye with him, and he's there at the end, and then the clock ticks over, and he's still there, but the NPCs around him start acting like real people and like having expressions that they didn't have before, and actually talking, and comes to find out that they're now alive, but the whole headquarters that he and his guild had has transported to this other world. So he's now in a situation where he's now in the game, but also in another place. So it's kind of a fish out of water, out of water.
Yeah, that's kinda weird, but yeah. Yeah, I just
I
started
like
it,
it.
so I don't have much to say, really. Uh, it's it's kinda weird how he talks about, "Oh, and this person created this character and set her up," like, it's kinda odd, like, you wouldn't think you could, like, create, you know.
Well, this also is in like the year like 2140 something.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Like
I
I was
didn't
saying,
know
it's
that.
it's 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 in the future. It's like like I want to say it's like 2140 something.
Okay, yeah.
So like they designed NPCs to guard their dungeon that they made.
That also makes sense, I guess, if it's like a dive MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
And
don't really have those, right?
no, no, that's not a thing that exists.
Like, I mean, there might be a, there might be something VR MMO ish, but I
Right,
don't
but
know
it,
about
it
it.
wouldn't be a full dive.
Yeah, that's
Because
the
like
fantasy though.
full dive, according to anime, right? It's your senses that also, like, you can feel, smell
But he
things.
talks about I guess maybe not because he talks about, wait, I can feel this character's heartbeat and I can smell this, which like when he realizes like
But well,
after he gets.
that's because she didn't have a heartbeat before.
Yeah, but he also has like there's also a smell, and he's like, there was no smell in this before.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like
like
he made a comment about that.
this game didn't have smell or something like that.
Yeah, so that's I guess not completely, but yeah, there's a lot of animes like that,
Yeah,
the
Sword Art
dive.
being the one that kind of led this whole isekai movement.
Would you think so? Like, because I remember Dot Hack Sign
Well,
long
yeah, I
time
mean,
ago.
but it wasn't until Sword Art where you started seeing a bunch more.
Yeah, I guess that like started the craze. Yeah,
Yeah, that Sword Art is what started the craze. That you'll get at least one or two a season.
yeah. It's a lot of those.
So,
Either those or, oh, I traveled into another world.
well, that's what isekai is. It's you know, it's the fish. It's the fish out of water.
Oh, okay. So
It's
they're
the
both the same.
it's
Okay,
transported to a new world. That's kind of what
gotcha.
isekai means.
Yeah, I need to finish Sword Art. It stopped like halfway the second season.
I haven't watched any of the Alization stuff yet. I kind of should because I really I like Sword Art Online. A lot of people didn't, but I did.
I like it too. I've got it
I
queued up. That's
I get what
watch
people's
again.
problems with it were, but I ignored it. I got past it.
Yeah. I mean, it's popular. Like, so people,
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
people liked it. I guess.
some
Like,
people. You know, a lot of people liked it.
there's games and you know, um, 3 seasons now. So yeah, people liked it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch Overlord because you've been talking about it a lot, and so I got that queued up to watch because it's all on Hulu, I think.
Funimation.
Funimation. Okay.
At least that's where I've been watching it. It might be on Hulu.
I think it might be on Hulu. Let me look. My stuff. Yes, it is on Hulu.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Which like why I'll pick Hulu just because the UI is better than Funimation.
Agreed. I didn't. Yes, Funimation's UI, something to be desired.
I
Especially
mean, it's
their
improved quite a bit from what it used to be.
it has improved, but like their Fire Stick app sucks. Like I can't pause. I cannot pause. I hit the pause button and I'll pause for a second and then start playing again.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
So if I hold down the pause button, it'll pause.
Oh, but that's not what you want.
No, it's not how that should
Yeah.
work. And there's been a couple times when I've rewound a bit, um, and it'll be paused. I go to hit play, and it does the opposite. It'll play for a second and then stop. But if I hold down the button again, it'll play like it should. So I was like, well, fuck it. Close the app, open it back up again, and then it'll work. But then again, I can't pause. I've got to stop the show.
Gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, so Hulu, if it's on Hulu, I'm gonna watch that because the UI is just easier and better.
Yeah, I agree. Hulu is better because it's designed for it. When Funimation didn't have it, they don't really care too much.
They're still pretty
But
new to online streaming.
yeah, but like it streaming is not their money maker. They
Yeah,
make it
that's true.
from licensing, you know, other people to stream or selling of DVDs and Blu-rays. But okay, it's your turn now.
Real quick, I just thought of something. Do you think One Punch? You think they'll ever like reveal how he actually they'll reveal like there was something else that gave him his powers?
Other than the 1,000 or 100 push-ups, 100 setups,
Push up,
100
sit up, squats.
crunches, and then running 10K. I don't know.
Yeah. You think
I
they'll ever
have
be
read
like,
that people have tried to do that workout, and it's like you can get kind of healthy just doing that workout.
oh yeah, but I'm sure you can, but it's probably very hard on your body too at the same time.
Not really. Like, because like it's only 100 push-ups, 100 setups, 100 squats. It's the running 10K, which is like that's like 6 something miles. So
A
like that's
hundred
not.
squats though, that's a lot of squats.
It is quite a few squats. Yeah, there is the One Punch Man workout challenge.
Yeah, I just wonder if they'll ever like have a backstory, like, because he is kind of clueless at times. Whether they'll introduce like this is what actually happened, like type of thing, or if it's just oh no, he really did do weight training or weightlifting or whatever they call it. Yeah. But was it what do I have what's other anime do I've got? Okay, I've got two more animes. One, I guess, um last episode Dr. Stone for the season.
Okay,
I won't
I
really
have not watched
spoil
that one yet.
anything, but I like the end because at the end it says confirmed season 2.
Yes, well, we knew there was going to be a season 2 because I looked it
We
up.
did, we did, but I like the fact that it says confirmed season 2.
Confirmed
Like
season 2.
I wish we would see that more for animes, you know?
Well, the ones that probably know do, and but it doesn't. It's not confirmed by the time the last episode comes out.
Yeah, but was it nah, it's not a real exciting episode. Like it doesn't start the war or anything like that.
No, I feel like it wouldn't. I feel like it'd be kind of just before the war.
It's kind of a lighthearted episode,
Yeah.
like a calm before, type thing. Calm before the storm.
Real quick backstory on Dr. Stone for those of you who don't know. Um, one day, everyone in the world and sparrows, for some reason, turned to stone, and then woke up.
You watched or listened to fan service, didn't you?
Yeah, and then woke up thousands of years later. And like the will in like nature has taken back over. And one guy ends up reviving, and he kind of figures out how to revive people, and revives
'Cause he
one
was
of
like
the
scientist type
yeah, he was,
character.
the stupidly smart, like for his age character, whose
Like he was
manner
counting
of speech
seconds as he was in stone.
yes, he counted how long he was in stone, and that's how he knew how much time had passed. But also his manner of speech annoys the fuck out of me.
10 billion
I
percent.
no such thing. There's no such thing. There's a lot of things he says that annoys me. It's like there's no
Yeah.
such thing as 10 billion%. Like that, no.
I mean, technically, yes. Like you can have 10 billion% of something.
Mm,
Like, because
yeah.
you look at the back of like a 5-hour power shot, and it'll say like 10,000% of your daily vitamin B12. So therefore you could, but yeah, he
Just
exaggerates a lot.
10,
He
10,
likes
10
10
billion percent.
billion.
His 10 billion% thing that he says all the time, all the fucking time, annoys me. It fucking annoys me.
And then the other characters start to copy it.
Yes, they do, and that also annoys me. And
But yeah, he'll introduce, and he like introduces science, like he's introducing
yes,
science to like the humans who I guess like survived
yeah,
or
it's
I
the
guess
descendants of survivors. Let's put it that. It's not quite
yeah.
spoil it, but
Don't want to
survivors.
spoil, yeah, because it's a really good
Um,
anime. It's
it
like
is. It is. It
Probably my favorite anime of last year that came out
yeah.
last year.
Yeah. I'll give it that. It's yeah.
Like, I'm
I have
trying
to
to think
think
of
on
other ones that
more that
actually
came out
came
last
out
year.
last year that weren't just continuations. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
Um
it's pretty good, and it shows like, you know, it'll show like, oh, the most basic stuff, like, you know, creating simple things we think of, but in real life, it's kind of one of those things. Like, if you ever got teleported back in time, could you, you know, you have all this knowledge of stuff we have now, but could you actually create any of that?
right, yes.
Probably
It
not.
is one of those things that he knows how to create basically everything for some reason. And one of the things that they're creating at the end is a radio, not a fucking cell phone. That's another thing that just annoyed me from the minute he fucking said
Well,
it.
he
It's not
he
a
calls
fucking
it a
cell phone.
cell phone, but
It is a
he
fucking radio. Then
does
don't call it
say
a cell phone.
it's
If you're so fucking smart, call it the right thing. It's a radio, not a cell phone.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, you know, but
I
it is
do.
more of a radio. Like, at first, I thought when they created it and you see it, I'm like, oh, is that the tower? Is that like, and then they have like devices that are going to receive, or I don't know, but no, you'll find out more in this next episode about how to actually they actually work. It actually
Well,
works,
he
but
even said it like when he was like describing, kind of, talking long distance using radio waves. That's not a cell phone. That's a radio. So
yeah.
yeah, there are some things that he says that annoys the fuck out of me.
And
Because
it's very weird because,
if
like,
you're
the anime starts in with the one character you think is the main character, and then
because that was
it's
the
like,
plan,
yeah, in the manga, yeah,
and then
and then
after
it's like, nope,
and then you never see that character again because they're off
until
doing
this
something.
episode.
I kind of figured we would see that again.
Spoilers, you see him for like a
I kind of figured that,
little bit, but
but yeah, like it takes a twist because it was intentional.
that
Like this
confused me
character,
too.
like these two characters were supposed to be the main characters, but
And they don't,
this other character was really popular, and the manga took a twist to make him the main character instead.
and in the anime, it takes a while for them to explain like what happened to the other character, right? Like, they don't say it
No,
straight off the
he said
bat, like,
he says
right?
he no he says like, hey, I want you to go spy on this guy for me. Get close to him, join up
Oh,
with him.
does he? I thought that
Yeah,
was more of a, like, he was when he explains to someone else that they're spy, because I don't know, maybe I missed that, but yeah,
no,
and
it
maybe
was right.
that
It was
happened
when
so quickly.
it was after that one guy quote unquote killed him,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
when they split
But
up, yeah, it was explained then.
yeah, it was very weird because, you know, like I said, it was weird that they kept that theme with the anime from the manga, I guess,
Yeah.
because all the promo art is of the main guy, the science, you know, scientist guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, like, you got this image here. And yes, his hair
Exactly.
looks like a leak. Yes, it does.
Well, you got the main character has to have big hair. That's an anime thing, right?
It is, but of a leak. Oh, well, how is his hair like that? That is,
I don't know, how is
how does it
Goku's hair
grow one
like
color and by the
his?
end it's another color? That doesn't make sense. Is he dyeing his hair? Why is he dyeing his hair like that?
I don't know. Would you say you're 10 billion% confused?
No, I would never say that.
But I can't wait for season two. I'm glad we're getting a season two. I enjoyed it because it's like they have goals where they're doing stuff and they're breaking stuff down, and it's kind of cool the way they have like the charts or where they show the certain steps to get to making this device or that device, or like episode they make cotton candy, as an example to like test out making copper wire,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of cool. And it's like
That's yeah. Like there's some like
there's some science
some
like
interesting science in it. So yeah,
like they definitely didn't just make all this science. They actually did some research, but I mean, it doesn't go too complex. But
no, it doesn't go like how you know poisons are made and that kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah, but it's a good anime. I'd highly recommend it. So I Yeah, the last episode's more of a kind of a heartwarming, lighthearted episode
figured.
for a few different reasons. So, what else you got?
That's actually it for me for anime. Um, the next thing I'm going to talk about is another thing that we've both watched, The Witcher, on Netflix.
The Witcher. Yes.
Yes, I really enjoyed it. It took me um maybe 4 episodes to realize how it was done. Like how like what the fuck was going on.
It's very confusing.
It's very
Like
confusing because it's not all in
timeline
it's
wise.
not it jumps around. It jumps around in time. Like each person it's not all in the same time.
It took me a lot longer to figure out what exactly all the timelines were.
Yeah. It wasn't until I think it was episode 4, but it was when Yennefer made her transformation.
See, for
and
me, it
and
wasn't.
and she walked into the ball, and um there was these two there was a mother with her son and daughter, and she called the son the name of the guy from episode 3. She called him Faustus, I think that was his name. Stop messing with her sister. I'm like, oh, it's in a different time.
Yeah, I think for me, it was when you saw what's his name, the bard take Geralt to
Yeah.
the castle or whatever, and then you see, "Oh, wait, that character's alive? Wait,
Yes.
what? Huh?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going on
you
here?"
where you see Siri's mom, who, when you see the Siri scenes, she's dead.
Yeah, so that
So
and I think that was after the Yennefer stuff.
it was, yeah,
Yeah, like an episode or 2 out or but yeah, I was like that so yeah, it's definitely a little confusing the way they cut it together.
yes, but it
So
all works out at the end, because you realize this, and so
some of the monsters look pretty weird. They look off. Like the first creature he's fighting at the very beginning looks very
the Kikimora,
doesn't look good. Doesn't look that
yeah,
good.
no, yeah,
And then there's another one later on where it's like, oh, that doesn't look good. It kind of has it kind of almost has the feel of like the Hercules or Xena when they're facing like the crazy monsters. That's
wasn't that
crazy
bad.
CGI.
It wasn't that
Like
bad.
I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, in comparison, like it wasn't that bad, but like in comparison to today's times of
Mm-hmm.
CG, you know, it was just it was just off enough. It's kind of like the we were
Yeah,
talking about the 3D elements to
yeah,
like the anime and stuff.
it's something that draws you out.
Yeah, But
Um,
some of it looked kinda good, like the dragon, later you see dragons or whatever, and those look kinda good.
those look good, yeah. Um, I actually wondered about whether, kind of spoilers, whether that one guy was a dragon or not, because of how he was talking about dragons. Like, oh,
I didn't
you
realize,
might be a
yeah.
dragon.
Yeah, it's a good show, I like it, I haven't
Yeah, and
seen much with Henry Cavill, to be honest. I've only seen a few things with him. I think I've seen, regrettably, the DC stuff, him as
right.
Superman. I've seen him in, what was it? The Man from Uncle,
Mm-hmm.
the movie, which I
Right.
enjoyed that movie. He
It was
was
good.
pretty good in
That
it.
was a good movie.
And then the him in Mission Impossible, where he was like a bad guy,
That might be it for me too.
and it was kinda, I don't know, that's just him in that movie was kinda weird. 'Cause I kept seeing that mustache being like, thinking of him as Superman.
When that mustache was not needed for that role, it made no difference whether that guy had a mustache or not.
That that in the trailer where he, like, reloads his arms when
His
he's
arms.
like yeah, that was kinda weird, but yeah, like, I besides The Man from Uncle, this is, like, the only thing I've seen him in that I've actually really liked him in. He was really
Yeah,
good, and
he was good.
from what I
His
from
his voice threw me off a little bit at the beginning because it just wasn't what I was
oh,
expecting from him. But
yeah, but it's like,
but it
it's a good
it was
voice
good.
for, yeah,
It was good. It worked, and
and
the author apparently loved it.
he's a fan of
Like
it.
he's like, this is what The Witcher is. Like, this is The Witcher. Like, Henry
Oh,
Cavill
yeah,
is The Witcher.
Henry Cavill's he's played the games and read the books too. Like,
Yes. He
he's a fan of the he
he was
sought
a
this
fan.
role out himself. So,
Yes.
I saw an interview where he
Um.
was talking about how, like, he had his agent call them when it was first announced or whatever, before they even had, like, you know, a script and stuff like that, and he, like, was fighting to get this role, and, you know, this
It shows.
I'm kinda interested to see him do more things now, like,
It
'cause
definitely shows that he was a fan.
the most I've seen him has been the horrible Superman stuff,
Right.
and I gotta say, him and Yennefer's chemistry is a lot better than him and Lois Lane. Like, I've always that was always one of my biggest problems, is, like, that chemistry with Superman and Lois Lane just was not there, at
Right.
least for me.
And going into this, like, I had played a little bit of the first game and a little bit of the third game. Just I for some reason just couldn't stick with the games, but I liked the world.
Oh,
And
yeah,
like
I've played a few hours of the third.
I had thought about, reading the books before anyway, and watching the series. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read the books. So I looked up online what's the first book, and I found an article that said, like, this is the order that you should read the books, and it actually starts off with a series of short stories. That actually does a bit of world building. And in this short stories, there's a couple episodes that are stories from the show, like like episode 1, where Henry is talking to the wizard about the whole lesser evil stuff. Like right now, that's actually where I'm at in the books, is that. And of course, it's a little bit different than in the books.
Of course,
Um,
yeah, but
like he knew the wizard beforehand. He didn't know he was there, but he knew Stregobor beforehand. Like they had met and all that. Um, and another one, and I'm not done with that one yet. But the first story actually in it is Fulgust and the Strega, the king who slept with his sister and their daughter was a monster and all that. I think that was episode 3. And there were some differences there, of course. Like, you know, Marigold was not there, where she was in the show.
It's Triss, right?
Yes, Triss Marigold.
Yeah, which that character looks a lot. The actress looks a lot different than what the character in the
Yeah, and you
in
didn't
the
really
game
get
looks like.
the whole like that. There's a love triangle between
No, no, not at
Geralt,
all.
Yennefer, and Triss. Like there was none
No,
of that. There was
not at
none of that.
all. Yeah, which is kind of what it's, that's kind of a big plot point, is the
It
love
is.
triangle.
But uh, yeah, and that was different. Like for instance, they knew, like he was told like right after the bat, like this is the daughter of King Faustus and his sister. Like that was like wasn't the king wasn't hiding it. Like that was known. Like everybody knew it. And it wasn't quite clear that one guy was the one who cast the spell or not. It wasn't clear in the book. But like the book is good. And I'm listening to the audiobook, of course, and like the guy reading it is doing voices. And that's always
Hmm.
it just
Yeah,
makes the audiobooks just a bit better.
yeah, it's a good show. It's, for the most part, the quality is really, really good. Um, there are some parts where you're like, oh, okay, this I see what they were trying to do here, but I guess the budget wasn't quite there for this. Like, there are some moments here and there,
Yeah.
because it still is a Netflix show. Like, but
Right.
it's trying to be movie quality, but budgets are always going to be a factor for these premium series.
And like apparently like this is like one of the highest rated things that Netflix has done. But I'm wondering if people who are rating this like knew The Witcher ahead of time, like knew either from the books or the video games. Because my mom apparently tried to watch this and just no, she wasn't having any of it. She didn't like it at
Or
all.
maybe people who like Game of Thrones is done. This looks kind of like that.
I mean, my mom liked Game of Thrones, but yeah, she didn't like this at all. She's like, I don't think she finished the first episode. So
I just He's so good in this,
he is
as
good.
Geralt. Like, I just can't get over it. Like, I want to not like him because I, all the most I've know of him has been the horrible Superman stuff. But like, it's just so good. Like, it just almost wipes away all that.
That just proves that writing was terrible.
Yeah, the writing was just bad. But yeah, so it's very enjoyable, and the ending was kind of, I didn't expect it to quite end like that,
No, I didn't either.
with that line. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, so like,
But
well, okay, season 2. When is season 2 coming? Okay.
wait, no, that's Mandalorian. That's next. That's late
Yeah,
this year.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's been said
yeah. I was about
when
to.
it's coming, or even if it's gonna get an if.
Oh,
Or
I think they've
it'll
already
it'll happen.
said
It's just
They've already said second season, I think. I'm pretty sure they said second season already. Like, if this can't get a second season, then, Netflix, I don't know what you're doing wrong.
Okay, I'm reading. I just looked it up. You know, EsquireDoc.com. Season one was loosely based off of The Last Wish, which is the name of the short the book that I'm reading. So yeah, it was
Okay.
loosely based off of this collection of short stories that builds the world a lot better than like the first book did.
Yeah, you can really tell he gets that he understands the character too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with the way, the way he interacts with his horse and the way you know, you see how he cares about his horse.
Right,
Roach, right?
Roach.
Yeah. Just little things like that. I'm just like, God, he's so good. It's like him, I don't know. A lot of it's still confusing. Like all the stuff with the queen, because all that stuff was just out of order time wise or
Right,
whatever.
and I really hope the season two, it should kind of delve into what that was and
What do you mean what that was? Like,
like what not really the queen but her daughter, like what the power that she passed down to Ciri.
okay, yeah. I thought you meant like
And
the queen stuff with her defying destiny. I'm like, they clearly that's what
no,
happened. She defied
no,
destiny, and
yeah, I guess her daughter never did become queen. So
which like it's also like she's supposed to be like it was weird because her and like I guess her husband or whatever, like they don't look that much different age wise. Like they look the same from like
they didn't
before
use
and
any
after
aging makeup.
the 12-year old because she's supposed to be 12 years old, right? The girl.
I think.
Yeah, and there's like no difference. And it's like, she's calling her grandma, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
that's
I was
I
like,
guess I guess
you don't
I
look
guess
quite old enough.
I guess back then you could have kids younger, like, that was a
Well,
thing and
you did have
in
because you didn't
yeah,
live as
in
long.
medieval time, but then they did the flashback where she looks like the exact same, and then I'm like,
They didn't use any aging makeup at all. So
yeah, yeah. It's like when they did the flashback and she didn't look any different, that's when I was kinda like, "Okay, that's a little odd," but it's a good series. I'd highly recommend people check it out. It's
yeah,
it's definitely like if you I think for the most part, if you like Game of Thrones, then you're gonna kinda like this. It scratches
this
that
has more
same
magic.
itch.
This is
Yeah,
actual magic, not just the illusion of maybe magic that
it
Game of Thrones
does,
did.
but, it's got monsters, it's got dragons, it's got,
It's got a ever looming winter is coming kind of a vibe. Even though this came
yeah.
out, the Witcher books came out before Game of Thrones, so
Really?
it was just pure coincidence.
That's kinda funny.
It
I
was
had
just
no
pure
clue about
coincidence
that.
that they kind of had like the same kind of looming winter ish kind of a thing. So yeah, that was mine. What about you? What else do you have?
Was that all of yours or
No, I got a couple more, but I think we share them.
okay. Yeah, let's see. Okay, eh, let me go with, um I started another anime, but I'll just not talk about that. Let's go with a movie. Zombieland Double Tap. finally watched that because that's
That's the second.
on
That's the
VOD.
second Zombie Lantern, right?
Yeah, yes, correct.
Okay. Okay.
That's on VOD and whatnot. And actually, well, I actually watched that on Christmas. I was like, yeah, this is I've been wanting to watch this, but not enough to actually go to the movies and see it because you know it's a sequel 10 years later on a comedy. So I I don't know. I just didn't think it was going to be that much better or it was going to be that worth it. But it was enjoyable. It was more of the same. There was a lot more humor, kind of making fun of itself somewhat, certain ways. Um, there's a part where he's reading a Walking Dead comic and talking about how it's so unrealistic.
Okay.
I don't know if that was in the trailer or not. It might have been, but
I honestly don't know if I was even seeing the trailer short for this. I didn't care for the first one.
really, oh, I love the
Yeah.
first one. The first one was so great. Or I
I'm
mean,
just I'm not a huge zombie fan, so I just don't.
it's the fact that it's more comedy. Like it's more it focused more on the comedy side of things than the actual
Yeah,
zombie
I
stuff.
get
Like
that.
in the first one, you had the whole like Bill Murray thing, and they touch back on that. Like,
I get that, and there are some zombie comedies that I do like. Shaun the Dead being a big one. Um,
was it the Rosario Dawson's in the second one, and she uses the term Bill Murray, like, and and the Jesse Eisenberg's character's like, wait, what? And she explains like, oh yeah, someone apparently accidentally killed Bill Murray because they thought he was a zombie, and if I ever find that person, I'm gonna, you know,
all
and
right.
it was him, of course. If
Yeah,
people
I remember that. Like they hung out in
and
Bill Murray's mansion for a while. Will frozen? I think Will's frozen. Yep, he's frozen because he's still just making that face. Are you there?
I don't know.
Okay, there you go. You're
Am I
back now.
back? Okay.
Yeah.
See, you're still fine. I can still hear you, but
Oh,
I get frozen. I don't.
you heard me
How
through
do
all that?
internet's weird. I I I don't understand. But yeah, there's a credit scene though that kind of goes back to that Bill Murray thing and
Okay.
it's like Bill Murray, like it kind of shows where Bill Murray was when the zombie apocalypse happened, and he was doing like a, a press interview for Garfield 3.
Mm, okay. Yeah. You said something before the show. You were gonna say something about Garfield.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, and it kind of, a lot of people like, I don't know, kind of give Zombieland, like kind of say, "Oh, how'd you do that to Bill Murray?" And this scene kind of like it kind of makes up for that. And the main character kind of does a voiceover like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry about the first one, but here's what actually happened." Or then it shows that, and it's a really good scene. It's like a full scene, like at the credits with Bill Murray. So that's I didn't expect any credit stuff too. So I'm glad it happened pretty quickly, and it wasn't like you had to wait a while because I was about to turn it off, but it happened pretty quickly. It's funny. It's definitely funny, and they come across, like, other characters that are, like, basically them. Like, they come across, was it L Luke Wilson plays a character that's supposed to be just like Woody Harrelson's character, you know.
Hmm.
And then they've got the dude from Silicon Valley to kind of mirror Jesse Eisenberg. And like the dude from Silicon Valley, he has like his commandments instead of his like his zombie rules, and like there's kind of some funniness with those kind of things where they're like, really, this is kind of Emma Stone's characters like freaked out by it, how similar like those characters are to each other, and they don't see how it is, so it makes fun of itself. But it's an enjoyable movie. Like if people enjoyed the first one, I would say definitely check this one out. Like, it's worth seeing like from VOD, or, if this comes to like a streaming service, it's
Yeah, probably
more of the
will.
same. It just it definitely wasn't worth, like, at least for me, going to see it in a theater, paying all that money and all that effort. Like it's a hassle to go to the movies. Like,
Yeah, it can't. Yeah, absolutely.
so it's got to be a good movie for me to want to actually go see it. And I'm also waiting on, was it the latest Terminator, for that to be on VOD, because I kind of want to see that.
I do
I
too, but I'm also worried because like it came out and then I heard absolutely nothing.
I've recently heard some
It came out
positive
and then
stuff.
disappeared.
Yeah,
So
but because I want it to be good, because it is, what is it? It's Cameron produced,
it's a true
and
sequel, or it's a
Linda
true
Linda
third
Hamilton's
movie.
back.
Yeah,
Linda
it
Hamilton looked badass, like,
it's a true Terminator 3.
as old grizzled Sarah Connor, like, so. And by the way, that's one of the most impressive, like, character transformations, I think, like, when like,
Oh,
for an
absolutely.
actor to do, like, from 1 to
Yes.
2.
1 to 2, just totally different person. Yeah.
So cool, so good. But so yeah, that's one of mine. What else you got?
My last two run together, and we're going to save one of them to the end. So why don't you just go ahead
Okay,
and just finish yours off?
Mandalorian. So I guess
Okay.
that
So
was that
yeah,
one of yours, right?
that was the other
Yeah.
one of mine. So
Alrighty. Yeah, Mandalorian wrapped up.
Mandalorian did wrap up the Baby Yoda show. Yep.
This show suffers from week to week, I think,
But at the same time, it doesn't. Well, okay.
because there's
It
a lot
wasn't
of
until
filler
it wasn't
episodes.
until the last two episodes that actually had to like where you like because the other episodes you could just pick up, like they're kind of one offs, pretty much. Like they
Yeah,
were
they
pretty
were
much
fillers. They didn't
one offs,
really matter too much. Yeah.
and it wasn't until the last two that really kind of like they were two parters. Um, but yeah, Mandalorian was really good. I really enjoyed it. And a lot of people are now unsubscribing from Disney Plus because they don't have the Baby Yoda show to watch anymore. And I've heard like Disney Plus has lost a lot of subscribers now that the Mandalorian is over.
Yeah. I actually saw an article where there was like that Wanda show. It's probably they're trying to get that to come out earlier than expected, I guess, because
I can see because there's like nothing really.
that Jeff Goldblum show, like, I think a lot of people were hyped for that, but then that came out and it really.
Well, they were ironically hyped because everybody likes Jeff Goldblum ironically.
mm, I kind of like Jeff Goldblum, like, but but yeah, I see what you mean. But like him, I gave it like 2 episodes, and that was it for me. I couldn't.
That was
It was
one
too
more than I
much.
did. Yeah, I couldn't. It's like
Yeah,
there's
I
like
watched.
nothing. there's like no like Disney Plus originals that are really appealing to the mass.
You didn't watch the what was it? The ice cream? That was the second one, right?
Right? Yeah, I didn't want no.
Yeah. That was better than the first, but it was still like it felt like Jeff Goldblum was being Jeff Goldblum times 100.
Yeah, yeah. I'm on Disney Plus right now, just looking at the originals, and like they're like a lot of them like documentaries, which are cool. You know, I'm okay with
That
that. But like,
Imagineering show I hear is pretty good.
yeah, I've heard it's good. But like the stories like from like Disney World that I want to hear, they Disney probably won't tell. Like I want to hear kind of like
Walt
the
Disney's Frozen Head.
well, no, not quite like that, but like uh the troubles that Disney had. Like Disney won't tell. Like Disney's been perfect all the way
Oh
through. What are you talking
no.
about?
Yeah,
Like
they're
Disney had troubles, or like back in like the like not too long after Disney World. Like Disney wasn't doing good.
yeah, they keep their stuff on lockdown.
Yeah, I got well. I like after Walt died, like there was a dip in Disney, and they kind of were down for a while. And like Disney won't tell you that story. So
Yeah, but some of the stuff like I don't know, like oh, High School Musical stuff. Who cares? Like,
high
was it
school
there's two different High School Musical shows?
musical the series, or high school musical the musicals to the series, and there's high school musical the series the special.
Is wait is one of those the Kristen Bell one too, or is that different? Like she
The Kristen
reunites
Bell,
people who've done musicals or
that's Encore.
oh yeah, yeah, and so, see, and that's very similar too, because that's musical, high school musical performances and stuff like that. That she's like reuniting people who have done past musical performances, right, or something like that.
Executive producer Kristen Bell reunites former high school classmates from around the United States to restage the musicals from their youth, years after they originally performed them. With the help of
Yeah,
Broadway's best, these friends just might pull off standing ovation performances of beloved musicals like The Sound of Music, Beauty and the Beast, Annie, and Grease, and more. All, of course, owned by Disney.
see, I really like Kristen Bell, but I can't. That doesn't interest me at all. Like, not even. No, I can't even watch that. Like, I got too much other stuff to watch. But Mandalorian is definitely God, it's so good. Like, you could tell the budget. Like, what was it?
It
It
was
was
good.
a
Yeah,
hundred over $100 million. I
I believe it.
think it was like 10+ million each episode. Some of it you're like, some of it I'm like, you could see the budget was there, but there were some episodes where I'm like, really, this cost like 10 million episode or $10 million to make this episode?
Well, it
Huh.
also could have been like this one didn't. We're gonna use what we didn't spend here on this next one, so it might just
Yeah, or
average
like
out to
we've
10
got
million an episode.
we've got Bill Burr in this episode, we've got Clancy Brown in this episode, we've got,
Right? Yes.
budgets and
I
stuff because
honestly, it took me till after watching that episode, like that was fucking. I didn't realize that was Clancy Brown.
I didn't either until I heard someone say it was Clancy Brown, yeah. And then I thought, damn, Clancy Brown's old. He's got to be old now, right? Like,
He's kind of old, yeah.
but anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, some of the episodes were kind of felt like they kind of didn't matter, but hopefully, maybe we'll like that one, like the episode with Clancy Brown. maybe we'll see those characters return in season 2 somehow.
Maybe.
That might be nice, but if not, that's
Well, I
kinda
mean, like these
weird.
were all Western. Like these were all like different Westerns. Like you got the Prison Break episode. You got the the Magnificent Seven episode. You got there's different there's different Westerns in this, and
Would
it was shot that way. It was shot like Westerns are.
what'd you think of the stormtroopers trying to shoot the can?
How could I not immediately go to Red versus Blue? How could I not
Yeah,
go to Red versus Blue?
that scene was totally, like, if it wasn't inspired by Red versus Blue, then I'd that's kinda weird.
Well, apparently there's an old comic where these two stormtroopers are like they're fuck ups. They're kind of comedic fuck ups. And there's a rumor that that's who that was. That was who that was supposed to be.
It was so Red versus Blue, like,
But it
let me
was
see,
so Red versus
we
Blue.
gotta see the baby. We got he maybe he hasn't made any noises. We gotta see him. You just wanna look at him. No, we gotta check on him. We gotta check on him to make sure he's still breathing. You hit him pretty hard, which that was another thing, like, when they hit him, I'm just like, "Oh, no, don't hit Baby Yoda. No." That broke my heart every time he got hit.
Well, I've actually seen it was on Reddit. Like somebody actually did redid uh the the audio, and it was like the first episode of Red versus Blue. And I was like, it kind of matched up a little bit.
I saw an article where people are, like, mad at Jason Sudeikis for hitting Baby Yoda because he was one of the stormtroopers. I saw a headline for that, and I'm like, "That's kinda funny." 'Cause I
Yeah,
got kind of upset too when he hit Baby Yoda. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
that
lie.
was like, no, you don't do that.
And then what
Um,
was it when, later in that episode when was it Carl Weathers when he was like, "Do the hand thing! Do the hand wavy magic thing!"
just maybe I just waved at him.
Oh, and giggled. I think he giggled too. That was hilarious. But yeah, um, it's very interesting because that show, Baby Yoda healing with the Force. Was that the first time we ever saw that happen?
We That's the first time we've seen it in live action,
Yeah, because that was the first
and
time
then
I've
we
ever
immediately saw
heard
it
of that.
again like later that week.
Yeah, which was very weird. Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, whoa, that's what Baby Yoda was doing. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder if like they talked with Favreau about that, or you know,
Maybe I don't. Yeah, it's possible.
because he did write all the episodes, right? I think all of
Maybe
them, but one of them, I think he didn't write. Maybe I think he wrote all of them, but one, and then he didn't direct any of them. Weirdly enough.
I don't know. Um, but uh, the last scene, I started freaking out. I started freaking out when I saw the last scene.
Trying to think of last scene because this was like a couple weeks ago.
This is I'm about to go into like spoiler territory if you've not seen The Mandalorian. But um, I keep Gus. I'm gonna call him Gus. Um,
Oh, oh yes, yes,
crashed the TIE fighter, and then he cut himself out using the fucking dark saber. I started freaking out
yes.
when I saw the dark saber.
See, I had no idea what that was. Like it.
Well, you haven't seen either the Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon or Rebels, so
Yeah, I heard
and
about
it
it
was in
afterwards,
both.
like, people talking about that's where it was from, but it looked cool, it looked different, it looked
It is the lightsaber from the very first Mandalorian Jedi. Like so, like that the dark saber actually has a close tie with with Mandalorians.
okay, so yeah, Mando would be mad if he knew that, uh
Actually, the person who'd be mad is the person that Jon Favreau voiced.
who did Jon Favreau voice?
He voiced one of the Mandalorians that we saw in like the first episode.
Okay,
He actually voiced a character um, named, I want to say, Vizsla, and the name of the Jedi Mandalorian that created the dark saber was Vizsla. So it was actually the dude's ancestor. It was his lightsaber.
gotcha, and that's gotta be one of the best scenes of the whole series was the when the Mandalorians came to his rescue.
Yes.
That had to have been so expensive, like, 'cause it looked so good, like, all those Mandalorians, some of them were flying, some, they were shooting, fight, like, so good.
Well, both times though, like in episode 2 and in the final episode where we got the flashback from watching Death Watch save him, because that was Death Watch that saved him as a kid, which is again the leader of Death Watch used to have the dark saber, who was then killed by Darth Maul, and Darth Maul had the dark saber forever until he was until Rebels. Like there's like a whole story on the dark saber itself, like that, like it goes back to like Darth Maul had it at one point.
I
It's
wonder
like
if, like, Disney did, like, have some input in this then, like, because that's a lot of lore stuff, like,
there's a lot of lore in that one scene. Like there's a fucking ton of lore just happened.
or if maybe Favreau is just that big of a fanboy, I don't know.
Like yeah,
Yeah,
there
he's
had been
credited for
like
writing 8 episodes, I think.
which was all of them.
No, 6 episodes. 6
Okay.
episodes, created 8. So, yeah, he wrote almost all of them. So that's impressive, though, like, one person writing almost all of that,
Yeah.
and was it, like, different directors almost every episode? I think there was only, like, 1 or 2 that repeated directors.
I honestly didn't really um pay attention to who directed what.
I only know because I watched the Kind of Funny had a thing where they, like, reviewed each episode, and they talk about this director, and they did this episode, or they did previously, they did this movie, or this show, or stuff like that to
Okay.
give you a feel on it. And, of course, the last one was Taika Waititi,
Right.
who was IG-11, right? Yeah, IG-11.
I was kind of sad to see him go.
The nurse droid.
Yeah. Like he did like I couldn't help but think of Terminator 2, but just him getting into the lava to save them. Like it's just like I had a very Terminator 2 vibe from it.
Oh, I'm sure that was inspired by that, yeah.
I
It
kind of
definitely had that feel.
wanted him to give like a thumbs up as he was about to explode.
I kinda don't like the way we saw he took off the mask or the helmet.
We've now seen his face.
Yeah, like I mean, technically, no living thing has seen his face, like his whatever, but like
Yeah,
I don't
if
know.
you
Actually,
don't count the droids alive, and that droid's now even dead. So
yeah. So that I still didn't like it because it's kind of like the whole Judge Dredd thing. Like he doesn't take off his helmet.
right,
Like it would have been so cool to like if you never saw like at least I would have thought would be so cool if we never saw his. Then
right.
again, though, like I they did say kind of funny, like you know he takes off his helmet to eat in front of that giant window where all those kids are
That
playing.
I
So
did notice that too. I was like, he just goes, it's a big old window. Henry's just look over there.
yeah,
Um, but I and when that was first like kind of like he never takes off his helmet. Like a bunch of fans kind of threw a fit because we've seen Mandalorians without their helmets. So it's now kind of theorized that
but
it's his
but
tribe.
they weren't. Yeah,
That's
they
his
weren't part
certain
of his
tribe.
faction. Yeah,
Right. That's his certain tribe has that rule that they never take off their helmet.
that is the way, right? Or so is the way, or
This is the way.
this is the way. This is how we do it. No,
This is how we do it.
uh, I have spoken.
Mm. Did not know. I can't still. That was Nick Nolte.
Yeah, it was Nick
I
Nolte. Yeah,
I had
which
no
I'm shocked.
idea. I had
I'm
no
shocked.
idea that was Nick Nolte.
I'm shocked Nick Nolte would
That
do
wasn't him
something like this.
doing the performance, of course, but that was his voice.
Yeah, of course. But still, like that was kind of weird. Nick Nolte, like, yeah. It wasn't until I saw like kind of funny was like, hey, Nick Nolte. I'm like, wait, what? Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was hearing it from somebody else. Like that was Nick Nolte, really?
Which that was a good character. I like that character.
Yeah,
There was a lot of
like
good characters in this. Like this was, I like this world. Like this. I mean, of course, this is Star Wars, but like this is a different side of Star Wars.
the world
Like
around him. Yes,
this is more of the dark, like darker side of Star Wars.
this is the underbelly.
Yeah, to the point where his Mandalorian tribe or whatever, they were living in sewers,
Right.
hiding, and everyone thought there was only one Mandalorian because it was only time, the only one could go out at a time, right?
I don't know about that.
I
I
thought
mean,
they said something like that.
because they all did at one point.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that was like they made a huge thing where they couldn't stay there now because they revealed themselves.
And then they did. And then they did stay there. So like that was kind
Yeah,
of confusing.
that was kind of weird, and they left it open to whether or not there are some people still alive or not. But boy, that
Right.
blacksmith kicked some ass.
Yeah.
She was pretty cool.
I kind of had a feeling like she was a badass, just because like
Yeah,
the way that everybody kind of treated her, like you knew she was a badass.
yeah, but it was pretty good, and it's interesting the whole Yoda baby Yoda thing. Like, I wonder what a season 2 is gonna be because like he's supposed to either take care of it as his own or find his people. Like that
Right.
was what the blacksmith lady told him
Right.
when
Che,
she gave him the
go.
crest or
Yeah.
so.
Go find Luke. He'll know. Maybe he can talk to Yoda at least.
Maybe. But yeah, I so that's gonna be real interesting what a season 2 is gonna be like. Like whether or not, or are we going to get more like filler episodes, or is it going to be more of a overarching story,
I
like
have
he's
a feeling it's
searching
going to be
for?
kind of exactly like this one was,
Uh,
because this one did so well for them, and how
yeah,
and
but a lot of complaints I've
everybody
heard was
praised,
some of
like
those filler
every
episodes.
everybody praised, like, the how how much of a western that this was. Everybody kind of praised that, so it's going to stick with that.
That theme, every time that theme played,
Yeah,
it was so good. It's so good, that the
it's a
Mandalorian
good
theme.
it's a good sound. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
What instrument made that sound? Like, that's
this is what
I have
one of
no
my
idea.
favorite Star Wars like stories, like period. Like this is better than anything we got in the prequels.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to find what instrument that was.
Who knows? It could be something very, very weird and different, but yeah. Oh, Pedro Pascal is in the new Wonder Woman movie.
He's the bad guy.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's in the trailers.
Have I seen the trailer? I don't know if I've seen the trailer or not. I might have. I don't know. I'm not real excited about it.
It looks good. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I'm like, that was awesome. Mandalorian was awesome.
He was the dude who got like who was defending Peter Dinklage's character, right? And then got killed by the mountain, right?
Yeah. His eyes poked in by the mountain,
Yeah.
and
That
then
was very
he killed the mountain the first time
yeah, it was very, very gruesome.
before. It was he was the reason why they had to make Zombie Mountain.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember I liked him in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he was good.
That's right, he
All
was
right.
in the second Kingsman as well. Huh.
Yes, he was. He was also in, yes.
But yeah, Mandalorian's great. If people haven't watched it, now's the time because heck, you could sign up for a free trial of Disney Plus and binge it.
Right.
It's all out there. I think it's 7-day free trial.
Thanks. So yeah, and they're not long
Yeah, it's
episodes. They're like 30 minutes long.
30 minutes long, but with like 5-minute credits. Literally, the credits are like 4 minutes, I think.
They are long, but they're really. I like the look of them though. Like the
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 beginning
oil
of them,
painting.
yeah. The beginning of
Yeah.
them, but then those aren't throughout the whole credits, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it turns into normal scrolling credits. But like the beginning of them, where it like shows like an oil painting of like what happened in that episode.
Yeah, kind of like storyboard art. Like
Yeah.
so it's good stuff. But alrighty, last I guess we got is the big thing.
The big thing, also Star Wars related, Rise of Skywalker, which we will be talking spoilers, and this is our last thing.
Yep. So if you
So
haven't
if
watched
you
it,
not,
tune out.
yeah, we come back next time. We'll talk about video games, maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Thanks for listening, watching, whatever. But Star Wars spoiler talk now.
Yes. Uh,
I I didn't have a big issue with this movie. I
no, I
rather
had
enjoyed this
issue with
movie.
one thing, and I told you about it. Like there
Yeah,
was
your
just
one
one.
thing was kind of like, yeah, but that's kind of a your
It
what
was an
was it?
important
Yours was
piece. It was an important. My major complaint about this was convenient knife was very convenient because
you could say that about a lot of other things though. Like, oh, this thing
it
was
was the most Deus Ex Machina thing you could have done. It was literally
true,
a
but like
like, oh, there's oh look, here's this person. Oh look, here's a knife, and oh look, it's got these writing on it that tells us exactly where to go and what to do.
well, I could make this worse for you because
Go for it.
oh, this knife tells you where to go and everything. Oh, C3PO can translate it, but he can't he can read it, but he can't translate it. Oh, well, I know a dude who can do it. Okay, let's
Yes.
go to
Yeah.
there. Oh, we have to wipe his mind for it to happen. Oh, well, never mind. R2D2 has a backup. Like
Yes. Yes.
there
Oh
was a
yeah.
lot
Yeah. Yeah.
of
I yes.
convenient
I agree. I
stuff.
agree. There was all that. It was very convenient. Everything there. There was a lot of
Like
convenient happening with a lot of
but
that.
like it's just a way to continue the story along and
They
I think
couldn't
with what
but that was a little. Uh,
I agree,
like
but I think with what
when that
Abe
happened, my sister looked over to me like, really, like really, that was it. Like they just happened to find that.
yeah, but like
Like that was
What
they
Abrams
could
had to
have
work
made
with.
that a little different. Like yeah, they could have still had a knife, but like the way they found it
What did you want them to
just
like hold
was
the knife up to the sun and have the sun shine a map, the shadow of the sun shine a map on the cave wall or something, like
no. But
that
okay,
would have been
how about
goofier.
you hold up the knife to the wreckage of the Death Star to find the exact point you need to go to? That happened. That literally
Yeah.
happened. I mean, you're not far off with your joke that because that happened.
Yeah, that is true. But like, I mean, like I don't hate The Last Jedi as much as everyone else does,
No, no, but
but I
I've said before,
agree.
I have two biggest problems with it, and this movie fixed them. This movie fixed them.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of people's complaints about The Last Jedi though.
Yeah.
Like there were some issues, like it did some stuff that like you said this movie kind of corrected and retconned or whatever and but I wish we would have had Abrams do all three movies though. I really do.
Yes, I agree.
Because
He should have done all
from
three
what I
movies.
from what I've heard, Ryan Johnson is such a art style storyteller that like he just wanted to tell his story and didn't care about how it fit into the lore and
Which is not
everything.
when you make a series, you don't want that. You don't want no.
I mean, when you sign up to do a Star Wars movie, and that's one of the most biggest established universes, in the movie, in cinema, like
Right.
you don't just oh, I'm gonna do my own thing and forget about this, forget about like no, you have to play along. Like there's plenty of other chances for you to do your own artistic
Yeah.
storytelling stuff. But what was it? When Luke in Last Jedi, when Luke just like threw the saber behind him, like they kind of corrected that in this one, where
Right.
when
Where
Ray
caught
was about to
he
throw
caught
it,
the
he caught it
lightsaber. It was like
and said, "You shouldn't treat
lightsaber
it this
is
way."
right.
Yeah, which a lot of people take that as like Abrams kind of
Fixing. Yes.
taking a jab at Ryan Johnson for what he did. Like,
Yes. And the fact that
but
we now know for a fact that Leia was trained as a Jedi. she did have Jedi training, which makes the Space Leia thing that fixes it
And
a little bit.
her training lasted 30 something years because she only completed it once she died. That's why her body disappeared.
Is that what she said?
Well, I mean, that's what people are speculating because she stopped her training because she had the visions of,
Right.
you know, so she never completed her training. But when her body disappeared, like Jedi's do, that meant her training was completed and she was a Jedi. So
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
kind of a cool storytelling thing. I kind of like that. I wasn't smart enough to pick up on that, but hearing other people say it, I'll agree
Sure.
with it.
Okay.
It's cool. Like, um, which a lot of people are like she projected Harrison Ford or Han Solo, but like, did she project him or did she get him to talk? Like, was she a conduit or was it her talking at like? That's where I'm
I
kind
took
of
that
like,
as that was I was all in. That was all in Ben's head. Like that didn't happen. That was all in Ben's head.
no, she was doing something.
She
That's why she
she
laid
was
down and
dead.
she was she
She
didn't
was dead.
she didn't disappear till the projection was
No, but
over
she
though.
was still dead.
I don't know. I think she was still like
I
still hanging in
she
there
was
doing
dead
something.
and didn't disappear until Ben did. So like that was I I
Skywalker.
took that as that was all in Ben's head.
Really,
He
because
did
a lot
that
of people
because
I've been hearing talk about this say like they were pretty
it's one of
clear
those
on.
things that's up for interpretation, and my interpretation was that was all in his head as a mirror to exactly what happened between him and his father on that bridge when he turned to the dark side, when he fully turned to the dark side. This was
Oh
him
God, and
doing
also
a
the
180 and turning to the back to the light.
do you
So
like the nod
it
to
was an exact
Empire?
mirror. What nod was that?
I know.
Oh yeah,
Oh, when that happened, I was just like, oh my God, like I want to be so sad, but that is such a good line. Like
it is a good line. Yeah,
such a it references like one of the best lines in Star Wars.
that was
Like
ad
it,
libbed.
yeah. Okay, let's go see. I wanted to look up something about this movie. I'm on IMDb
Um,
right now.
there was another kind of issue I had. I don't. It wasn't as big as the knife or the dagger. Um, but when Ben force healed Ray, in my head, I'm saying, "Don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss," and they kissed.
Okay, at the very end
Yeah, like right,
where he
like
saves
when
her. Yeah.
yeah. In my head during that scene, I'm like, "Don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss, kiss." Damn it.
I mean, I was kind of like that, but I was okay with it when we saw that he gave his life for her.
Yeah, that wasn't it wasn't a major complaint of mine. It was just a
Yeah.
what I thought in the moment was don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss, and they kissed.
They did have a connection though. Like,
Yes, they did. Yes, again. That's why I didn't have a big problem with it because yeah, I get it. I just didn't want it to happen right then and there. It was just
I gotta say, like that first lightsaber fight that he did at the beginning of the movie, I don't think it looked all that good.
first lightsaber fight.
That Kylo Ren had at the beginning when he's trying to get the thing for the location.
Don't remember. when he's trying to get the triangle thingy, the pyramid thingy majigger.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like it was
I
like
don't
all
remember a lightsaber fight.
slow-mo. I think it was like a slow-mo lightsaber like fight towards it or what, and
Oh,
it looked kind of
yeah,
bad. Like I remember.
like him walking through the woods is just kind of, yeah, okay, yeah, I know what you mean now.
Yeah, I was like, this kind of doesn't look good. Like I don't know. I didn't have much of an issue with the choreography. It was that, and then some of the stuff with him and Ray, like they kept playing like, "Oh, I'm gonna force block your lightsaber. Now I'm gonna force block your lightsaber." Like, that was kind of a little goofy, I thought.
Yeah,
But I did really think it was. I think it really shined. Like, I think Adam Driver did a great job in this movie. I really haven't liked him in the others,
yeah. I mean,
but
he definitely had, like, Kylo Ren
you
was
could
definitely a really interesting, different character. It's like he
you
definitely
could
put,
see
like, that was a
Kylo
character
Ren
that he put.
die and Ben Solo shine.
Yes,
Like, you could see the rise of Ben Solo from the
yeah,
death of
because
Kylo Ren. Like,
he didn't have this hunched, wide stance that he kind of usually had. He moved funny. Like
and
every
I
kind
got
of movement he did was weird.
yeah, and the main group felt more of a close group in this than previous.
You know, like, Ray, Poe, and Finn, them.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
really
yeah,
felt like close, like, because what was
and
were they even
and
all
I
together in the last one much?
not really, like they had some scenes together, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. That's why. See, I heard someone say like, for the most part, you could probably skip Last Jedi because this one kind of like makes a lot of Last Jedi obsolete. Like
Yeah,
like Last Jedi
like really,
really
like
didn't
the
have a huge
biggest
impact.
thing you get from Last Jedi is Luke, and that's
Yeah,
it. Like, everything else was just nothing.
exactly. Like it was
It was
really
just,
nothing. Like which is very weird, but what's it? Oh, I gotta say one of my favorite new characters of this from this movie,
is it a little
Zori
guy?
Bliss.
Is it a little guy? Was that the
Baba
name of the
Freak
little
was
guy?
good. No,
Oh, Baba
Zori
Freak. Okay.
Bliss was Carrie Russell. She was the female like bounty hunter looking like pose, maybe X. They gave her the coin, or she gave him the coin to, the other MacGuffin or the other convenient. Here's this
Oh,
coin that can get you on board anywhere and make people think you're a
right. Yes.
first order.
Yes.
I
Okay.
thought she was pretty cool, you know. I really liked
Yes.
her, and I was glad to see like when they blew up the planet. I'm glad to see like she was still alive, and Baba Freak was alive.
Like, there was a lot of, like, at the end, that mass of ships. Like, apparently, like, there was a lot of Easter eggs in that mass of ships.
Yeah.
Like,
I do have
like,
to say,
apparently, like
go ahead.
some old ships were in there. Um, well, like, the what looked like it could have been the Ghost, which is the ship from Rebels, might have been there. Like, it was at least the same ship design, so it might have been the Ghost. So, like, that was one of them. Um. Oh, and speaking of Easter eggs, I win the voices of all the Jedi. Did
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah.
I did not hear Sam Jackson. I did not hear his voice,
You did?
but
I
he was
heard him.
there. It was there. I know it
Yeah, I
was,
heard him.
but
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. But I definitely heard. I at the time, yeah, I definitely heard Obi-Wan. Both of them. I heard them both. I definitely heard Hayden Christensen because his was like by itself. Like his was alone.
Did you hear Liam Neeson's?
No, I didn't. But again, I know it
I
was
don't
there.
think I heard him. I heard Sam Jackson, but I know. Yeah, I don't know. It just all happened so quickly. It's hard to tell. Like, I don't really
And
watch a lot of Liam Neeson
and
stuff, so
like the one I was listening for, I don't think I could have picked out. But again, it was there, and that was Ahsoka. She was there. Like that, her voice was definitely there, along with some.
she from the cartoons?
Yeah, she's
Yeah, there was.
Anakin's Padawan.
Yeah, there. She was there, and then I think they said Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, he was
was a
also
voice.
one of them.
Yeah, so
I
that
didn't
was
catch
pretty
him.
cool. I
Yeah,
I don't know what he
like
sounds like, to be honest. I couldn't pick his voice out.
sounds like a dude. Like he sounds like a dude.
So
Um,
sounds like Fred from Scooby Doo.
yep. Um, and I was also apparently like all their names were also in the credits. Like all the voices of that scene are in the credits.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like they're not one of those
Saw
uncredited voices. Like no. Here are the voices that were those voices, and they all played characters of Jedis that have been, either just the voices of the characters or on screen.
I heard a lot of people, or I've heard some people say they wished they would have gone the extra step and had them appear as like Force ghosts.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool.
Was all the people in the background of the like Sith temple or what were those real people or were those like
I don't
the
know.
Sith ghosts whatever that have because I kind of thought they maybe were like the Sith ghosts, because he was talking about every Sith in me will take over you when you strike me down and all and
I kind of feel like I kind of thought it was like it was just a cult. It was just
really.
a cult that just worshipped them.
Okay, I kind of had a thought. My thought on it was that it maybe was the all the past Sith that ghost form whatever that he was talking about would.
No, because when it crumbled, like they scattered and ran, and like if they were ghosts, they would just disappear.
I guess
They
yeah.
wouldn't scatter.
That was very weird. It was very weird like how he I don't know like how that
And
whole
it's also
ending
fitting
happened.
how he died, because he was killed in the exact same way he almost died from Mace Windu. The exact same way of him using his own power to kill him.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, I did hear some people say like, well, why didn't he take over her when she killed him and all this and that and it's like,
Because she didn't
well,
kill him. He killed himself.
yeah, she didn't kill him and also she wasn't killing with hatred in
Right.
because that I think that was that I think that was also a factor was like she had to kill him with hatred in her
Mm-hmm.
like
Yes.
with the power of hatred. I think if it was just like a self-defense kill, I don't think it would have happened.
Right.
But yeah, that was that. Wait, I guess that's the big like she was a Palpatine.
Yes.
So like, what did you think of that reveal?
I kind of
That was that
I
was
kind of saw it
rumored,
coming a
right?
little bit. I kind of saw it coming.
I
Like
want to say I
it was
heard that
kind of
rumor somewhere.
I like when she used, like when she was going all like Star Killer and trying to bring
Oh yeah,
the ship down.
when she killed Chewie, and then wait, no, Chewie didn't die.
Oh no!
Another
Oh no! There happens to be a second transport. Oh yeah, how convenient.
how convenient. Star Wars Episode 9. How convenient.
How convenient. Yes.
Which I kind of think
like
I was upset when he died.
One, I definitely got a Star Killer from that. From Force Unleashed from that scene.
Definitely.
I was like, yay. And then when she accidentally shot the lightning, I'm like, I think she might. But I was still kind of hoping. I was still kind of hoping that that the name Rise of Skywalker, because when it was first announced that was the name, there was the theory going around that Skywalker would be the new religion. That it would be a not light side, not dark side, but a middle. So I was like, she could use both dark and it was not quite the dogmatic views of the Jedi and not the evil of the dark side, but it's a happy medium.
I've heard people talk about that, but I don't know. That doesn't go with the way Star Wars is.
I mean, Grey Jedi existed, and
yeah,
there was one. There was Liam Neeson's character was actually the closest thing to a dark Jedi we actually saw on, not dark Jedi, a Grey Jedi on screen, and actually Ahsoka actually became a Grey Jedi too.
Okay, I don't know. It's felt kind of weird. I guess I don't know. It's interesting, but we touched over the Chewie thing, which I think that was a cop out.
It took it took 6 movies for him to finally get his fucking medal. Really? 6 movies for him to get his medal?
Them
getting kidnapped.
Oh, he's dead. And then wait, no, he's not really dead.
I didn't believe it for a second.
I kind of thought maybe that would be the case.
There's no way that they would have had Rey kill Chewie. No way. That's not something that they would do.
I don't know. I think it would have had more of an impact.
It would have, yes. But I didn't believe it.
I think it would. I kind of am upset that I was upset when we thought he died, but I don't know. I think it would have had a bigger impact at the end, when she's having to battle, showing her battling the darkness in her, the Palpatine in her.
Yeah, it would have been much more impactful, yes, but I knew that it didn't happen.
And the fact that they didn't even give it time to marinate. They quickly. They didn't. Oh no, he's still alive. Oh, okay.
Don't walk out of the theater, people. No. Come back. He's alive. He's alive. Come back. Chewbacca's alive. Don't leave.
Another thing something that irritated me was all of Abrams' friends who you kept seeing over and over again that he gave just to be in there, like Greg Grunberg.
I liked that though. Yeah.
And was it Donning? The dude from Lost, and he was from one of the Hobbits.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah. He was in there a lot, and
he was in there quite
some
a
of
bit.
Some of his lines I was like, okay, there's no need for him to be
C-3PO had a lot of one-liners, by the way. Did you catch that? He had a lot.
Yeah. It was everyone's upset because Rose only had a minute something screen time.
Yeah,
I don't care, honestly.
I kind of wish that between movies that the Finn and Rose thing did kind of flourish a bit. I kind of wish that what would have
Yeah.
happened.
And you see the whole Finn and his thing he needed to tell Ray.
Yeah, I was
Abrams
like,
came out and said he forgot. He, for, he forgot to resolve that. And did you hear what he said? That was about.
no. Oh, that he's a
Yeah,
Jedi, or he
he's
used the
force
Force.
sensitive.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. Which I was kind of like,
which we knew he was, and it was definitely confirmed in this movie.
that's true. Yeah, but and also like I kind of wish they would have made it where he was the inspiration for the other stormtroopers. You know,
Yeah, that would have been cool.
that would have been a lot cooler, I think, instead of, oh no, we just happened to do the same thing you did. You know, how
Yeah,
convenient.
a convenient, yeah, convenience.
Like, I don't know. Like as much as we're not bashing this movie for, oh how convenient, oh how convenient. Like it is enjoyable.
It was,
It did what I wanted it to do.
yes,
And I mean the ending was what it had to be. Like, you couldn't have been just live. Like he had to sacrifice himself to redeem himself
yeah.
because he had done so much evil. Like there was
I mean, Star Wars has always been a story of redemption. Like that's what the first
and
trilogy
in
was.
in the end he became what he wanted. He became just like Vader, redeeming himself.
True,
So
very
there you
true.
go. Like it all wrapped up nicely. I felt like, what you wanted from the end of the Skywalker sagas.
Right? Yeah. Um,
I just
I do kind of want, and it's not going to happen because John Boyega has said he doesn't want to do it, but I do want Finn to have his own series.
Oh yeah, he said doesn't want to
He
do
will,
Disney Plus.
yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't want to do Disney Plus, so that won't
which
happen.
is dumb because he could get paid more money probably than he got paid for the movies
Right?
doing Disney Plus. I'm sure. But you think we're ever gonna see more from Ray? That'd be such a
Maybe.
shame if we don't.
Yeah, yeah. I am curious on what the future of Star Wars is now. So I don't
She was
know.
such a great, strong female character, and she had
Mm-hmm.
such a good look to her. Like her outfit just is one of the coolest, I think.
Yeah. Um, Side note though, I went to a hockey game last night, and it was Star Wars night actually, and not as
How
many
fitting. How
lightsabers as I
convenient.
expected. Yeah, it just happened. Like it was well, we got a block of like 5 tickets for Black Friday, for like it was like 5 tickets for $5, or for like five
Nice.
games for like $5 each. So, and it just so happens that one of them was on Star Wars night, which was last night, and there were so many little girls dressed as Rey.
I mean, it's a real iconic outfit. Like
It
it's
is.
become iconic now. And I've got to say, I really like Ray. I think Ray is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
I agree.
And I was kind of upset with Last Jedi because they really didn't do a lot with her. It felt like.
No, like yeah, yeah. I definitely want more of Rey.
And I loved how she, refused to take Luke's saber because she didn't feel worthy at the time. She showed she had respect, and
I did like her new saber though. at the
Oh,
end.
the was it
It was
was it
so
orange or
cool.
yellow?
It was yellow.
Yellow, yeah. Which apparently, like, that color is supposed to be for, like,
The
uh,
guards, Jedi guards,
I thought it
like
was for,
the Guardians.
like, the chrono the what was it? The, like, people who, uh, what is this? How do I say this? The, like, not, like, librarians, but, like, the chronologicalers or
No,
whatever, the
no, it
I
was
heard that.
no. The color of your lightsaber actually depends on what you are. If you have a green saber, you're actually a lot
Mhm.
closer to the Force, and you tend to use the Force powers more often. Um, where a blue lightsaber, um, you are more of a physical person. You're a fighter. Um,
Yeah, yellow
and
indicates a Jedi
similar,
Sentinel, a Jedi who honed his or her skills in a balance of combat and scholarly pursuits. So that's where I guess I got that. Like,
yeah, and similar to the red lightsaber. Actually, it's synthetic. It's not natural. It's not a natural color because only red, only well, red technically is uh natural, but that only green and blue are natural colors. And if you harm a a crystal, it'll quote make it bleed and turn it red,
see, I heard
or
someone
or it could
say that
be
they
synthetically made. And
Jedi or Sith use their blood on the crystal to make it red. I heard that recently, and I'm like, that sounds like
they
it could be
make
real
the
or it could
crystal
be
bleed.
bullshit. I don't know.
They
Like,
make the
I
crystal
don't know
bleed
if that.
because the crystal is technically living.
Okay.
So they pour like their evil, like their hatred and malice into the crystal, and it makes
Is
it
that
bleed.
some Lucas craziness, like the wills?
No, no, this is somewhat new. It's not new. This has been around a while. Um, and
So
actually,
was it probably the
if you
legacy
heal,
books, right?
no, this is canon stuff. Actually, it's not
Oh, is
legends
it?
anymore.
Okay.
This is canon stuff. And if you heal a red lightsaber, like purify a red lightsaber, it turns white. And we have seen two white lightsabers, both of them in, well, one of them in the Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon, and one of them in Rebels.
Okay. I think I got like two more things I want to touch on this.
Okay.
One, the new droid we were introduced, I really liked.
Voiced by J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, Dio, I think.
Dia, yeah, I think so.
That's what it says in the credit or in the
Yeah.
IMDb. It says Dio. I thought that was I I really I don't know. It just had it just it felt like it felt like a dog. Like a felt
Yeah.
like a robot dog almost.
Who could speak?
Yeah, yeah, who could speak. Yeah. But, like cuz he you saw the loyalty towards Ray when Ray was acting nice, but that was a good character. And then the what the fuck was the Lando shit at the end. That was kind of creepy. I know
A
that
little bit.
they kind of wanted
That
they
was a
kind of
little
wanted
bit.
that they kind of wanted that to be kind of heartwarming, but that I was like, do you want to fuck her or something? That's kind of you want to help her find her history, or do you want like that's kind of
I can't.
creepy?
Well, when it first started out, I'm like, it's gonna come out that actually she's his granddaughter. No, that's not how that happened.
No,
That's not how that happened.
it was. Yes, kind of funny. Also talked about it too, and I'm like, okay, good. I wasn't the only one who thought that was kind of creepy. Like
Yeah,
it was pretty weird. But oh, also
something
real quick,
else.
the Emperor's powers we saw, like his full powers, where he
That
like
was
the
wow.
lightning on all the ships, and oh my god, that was some craziness. Like
That was awesome.
that was the most I think we've ever. That's like the most powerful we've ever seen anyone in Star Wars. I think, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, cause he had all the ships like stuck in his force lightning.
yeah.
Like that,
that was definitely something.
I it was pretty crazy. Like I had no idea he was that powerful.
No, it was not really given that he was anything close to that.
Was he that powerful, or did he get? I can't remember. Did he get that? He got that power after he zapped.
Yes, he got that. That was
Yeah,
after he got down off the claw and regenerated himself a little bit and grew fingers back and all that.
yeah. He zapped the power from the connection Ray and Kylo or Ben or whatever you want to call him. I guess had with each other,
Yeah,
which was also kind of interesting because it's it's Skywalker and Palpatine. You know, again, one was a Skywalker, one was a Palpatine, and it's like another connection there, but different than the previous Skywalker Palpatine connections.
yeah. I
So,
am sad that there was one character we did not see.
oh, which one?
Phasma.
Didn't they kill Phasma?
Well, they supposedly killed her in the first one, and then she came back. I was kind of hoping that would be a reoccurring thing. Like she just keeps coming back.
Yeah, I guess maybe the director's cut. Have you seen that post?
I have seen that there's a
Yeah,
director's cut somewhere.
like the dude from The Hobbit or whatever, he came out and he said he wants to see Abrams' director's cut and all this, and I'm like, he was the director and the producer behind the whole trilogy. Like his director's cut wasn't the movie. Like how much did they really not
Well,
let him put in? Like
there's also for time and all that, and this scene might not it's not necessary.
yeah, I want interdimensional cable from Rick and Morty, so we can see the Last Jedi from
From J.J.
made by
Abrams.
Abrams.
Yeah,
Yes, I want to see that. Like that would be because this movie was so good considering it had to correct a lot of stuff from Last Jedi.
yeah, yes, it did. How did you feel about the Leia stuff?
I
How
thought it worked. It was pretty good. They handled it pretty
it
good.
definitely worked, but it still felt odd. Like she was like the thing she was saying was I kept trying to play the game like when could she have said this? When could she have said it?
Like the weird thing was the CG, like the de aging CG Leia looked kind of weird,
It did look weird,
but the Luke
yes.
stuff looked good.
I thought Luke looked weird too, but yes, both yes that whole scene between them there was weird. Um, but
I didn't expect them to take the helmet off. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They both have their helmets on, and it's Luke and
right,
Leia, and then
and
they
then they flip it up
took
like
the
no, flip back down, flip back down, go back down. No,
exactly. I'm like, uh, this looks a little weird. Like, uh, I don't like this. This
But
won't
like
age. This
I
doesn't
thought
age
like
well now.
the CG Leia throughout the movie though that looked good. That looked
It
fine.
did. It looked pretty good.
Um, and like if you don't know, like all the all of the lines that she spoke were actually uh, deleted scenes from the first two movies.
Yeah, it's archive. She's listed.
It's
It's listed
archived.
as
Yeah,
archive footage in IMDb.
yeah. Which
That's what her
which is why
credit
when
is.
every time she spoke, like okay, because she should have could have said it in this movie during this scene. Okay,
They did a good job with what they had.
they
So
did. Yeah, they made that work.
yeah, I'm glad they didn't do certain things like Finn and Ray. I'm glad we didn't see a romance there, and they were just friends.
Yeah. Although that whole thing of, I've got to tell you something definitely kind of made it seem
I thought that too. Yeah, that a lot of I think a lot of
yeah,
people thought that, but
until you told me that it was him telling her that he's force sensitive. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, Abrams just forgot to go back to that in the movie, which I'm kind of like, that's a big
Director's
oops.
cut.
Like,
Director's cut, that's you can reshoot some scenes for a special edition.
that's a big oops to do, I think.
That is a big oops.
But he had a lot to handle, so you know. And then what was it? I think Oscar Isaacs came out and said he wanted Poe and Finn to have a romance. Did you ever see
Well,
that?
that was a thing that, a certain section of fans wanted. And Poe said, or that, and Oscar Isaac said he would have been okay with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I, for the most part, kind of was okay with not having much of any romance
Yeah,
in Star Wars.
I was okay
Like
with that too.
we, there was
I mean,
the
like I said, I would have liked to have seen the Finn and Rose thing.
yeah, that I could have accepted that.
I
That
would
would
have
have
liked
been
to see
nice.
that evolve, but it didn't.
Instead, we got female Finn
Yeah,
and Finn, which was kind of convenient. But it was a good movie for what it was. I enjoyed it. I saw it in IMAX.
I saw it in a special Dolby theater.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, where like I felt like either I don't know if it was all the seats or all the rows of seats, but they had butt kickers.
Oh no, I felt the vibration in the theater too. So
Like, because like during like certain scenes and stuff, we were literally just shaking. Like we were physically shaking.
there was a lot of
Like
bass
not
in this movie.
not
Yeah.
just, but like no, it was like it was a Dolby theater, like a special Dolby theater, where like she had to go through like multiple doors because there was so much soundproofing in that theater.
Gotcha. Yeah. It was an enjoyable movie. I think it's getting a lot. I think was it I want to say the fan rating is not bad. It's just the critic rating is on like
Well,
Rotten Tomatoes. Or
critics, yeah, they don't know what's good. They never have.
like
Yeah, fan rating is an 86.
yeah, and 54 for critic. So yeah, I'd give it around an 86. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was gonna say somewhere between 90 and 80. Yeah. Or 8 or 9 out of 10. It's very fitting. Like like I said, it did what it needed to do. and it was enjoyable. Like, it's what I wanted from a Star Wars movie. I
Yeah, I going back to one of our other things. Critics gave The Witcher a 61. Fans are giving it a 93.
yeah, so, like you said, I would do wonder what Star Wars is gonna be from here on out.
Yeah,
Because we know Mandalorian season 2, but that's it, right?
yeah, and from what I've heard,
Well, the the Obi-Wan Kenobi show,
yes,
that's a
there is that.
yeah.
They are going to slow down on Star Wars.
Yeah,
Like,
I think after Han Solo came out, they said, "Yeah, we're gonna."
yes, like they're going to slow. Which I'm okay with. If it means we're going to get just good stories
I'm
and
okay
not
with
just
it
rush
too,
jobs.
but I maybe mm, they need to switch the people in charge. Because you look at Marvel, they're putting out lots of stuff, but it's not bad because they've got the right people in charge, and they've
No,
put
and
the
I'm
time and
I'm
effort
I'm
into
wondering how
building this
Black
up.
Widow does though. I think Black Widow might be the first kind of
I think
might be
it's
the
gonna be
lowest
good.
one. I think it's gonna be fine, but
I
it
mean, it's
doesn't
not gonna
look
be
as good
$1 billion.
as it just not gonna doesn't look as good as like some of the
It
Marvel
just
stuff.
shoulda came out 5 years ago.
Yeah,
That's gonna be the biggest issue with this movie. This movie shoulda came out 5 years ago when
I agree
people
with
were
that.
demanding, you know, because people were wanting a Black Widow movie because people loved, you know, the character Black Widow and, "Oh, Ant-Man's getting a movie, but Black Widow can't? Come on now." And now we're getting a movie that's takes place, in the past and
Right
doesn't really
before,
matter what happens.
yeah,
Some people are saying maybe we'll introduce another Black Widow into the universe.
that's the theory that her sister is the next Black Widow
Yeah,
because
but
I think I heard that's actually what the comics did.
yeah, there's been different Black Widows, I think. Yeah, but we're 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 get- we're running along and we're tangenting into Marvel
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
This could this could go on so long if we let it, but
yeah.
yeah,
I'm curious on then what the next Star Wars movie might be now.
yeah. Like, if are we gonna get something in the future from this, or something far in the past? Because they also confirmed, was it Revan from Old Republic is canon?
Yes, yes, they did because there was a Darth Nihilus statue in Rise of Skywalker, so that makes that canon.
Yeah, so could we see those get turned into?
Would love to see that, and that fans would love that too.
Would you want movie or TV show?
I
Disney
would want a
Plus or
TV
full
show
movies?
of before Darth Revan became before Darth Revan and Darth Malak became them. I would love to see like what them like but when they were Jedi still, like leading into the game.
Okay, so prequel.
And like, yes, I would love that. And I want a show. I want a TV show.
See, that's where I think I don't know. I think something like Star Wars could shine more in a Disney Plus show because there is so much story to tell.
Yes.
So, and maybe maybe you could have like a show leading up to a movie of that connects to it, because we're seeing Marvel is, real quick, Marvel, they're having was it the WandaVision show that's going to lead up to Doctor Strange, to
Yeah,
his movie, because she's going to be in there. So we're seeing Marvel connecting show with TV universe. Maybe Star Wars can do the
and
same.
hey, Disney, I've also got the name of that prequel show for you, Revan. Just Revan. Just call it Revan. That's perfect.
Yeah,
It's simple.
but
It's perfect.
yeah, that's the big question. Are they going to go past, or are they going to go future?
I would love to. I would love to see them go past. I would love to see like some past
Well,
stuff,
yeah,
like because like the old Republic universe, like I want them to go like back there, like when like Sith had, there was more than just two. When there was a bunch of Sith running around.
yeah, it'd be interesting. But yeah, we got a lot to see, or a lot to wait for until we see.
Also, I would like to see something with Darth Maul. He's still a question.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe not
he's
not not necessarily something in the future, but more in between stuff again.
he's been in the cartoons though, right? And those
Yeah.
are canon.
Well, he's in the Star Wars movie you have not seen yet either,
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's true.
which was
I think
after which was after the.
it,
Well,
yeah.
no, because the latest we have seen him was in Rebels. So,
You
and
think we could see him in the Obi-Wan show?
I hope so, because he has an obsession with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that could be interesting. But I don't know. We got a while. There's not a lot of Star Wars in the future, sadly. Or at least announced Star Wars. The only thing we
Yeah,
know is the Obi-Wan show, which we just know that's happening. We don't have any time frame on that. And then Mandalorian's next, or no, it's this fall,
yeah,
right?
yes.
They announced this fall, which that's a quick turnaround. I was kind of shocked to see that. So, anyways, that's been the episode. Long episode, but we took
It's
last
been a
week
while
off, right? So
since we've talked about movies and TV shows. So we had a bunch kind of.
that's true, and you could
And
the people who didn't want to watch or listen to Star Wars can just skip that part.
yeah,
So, alrighty, this has been episode 370 of the Geeks for the Win podcast. You can find all the previous episodes at thegeeksftw.com, where you can find links to everything: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, all that stuff. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at thegeeksftw. Stewart's at Casual Terror, and I'm at Geeky William, and we'll catch you next time.
bye. And remember, no animals were harmed in the make of this podcast. Oh, feels weird doing this on a Saturday.
It does, yeah. Mm, yeah, that is kind of sad that we don't really have like any Star Wars. Like the only thing we know about is Mandalorian. Like,
I see the Obi-Wan will start shooting this year, and they're
yeah,
aiming for next year.
Did you see, was it Uncharted movie lost its 6th director?
That won't happen. That
Like
movie just won't happen.
like, Tom Holland's not gonna be young enough to be young by the time that movie, you know? I did start watching the Asterix War today. It's an anime.
That sounds familiar.
Was it they're in a school where they have powers and objects to fight, and it's one of those Fight Club school type thing. There's like 2 seasons. It was on Hulu. I was like, "Oh, there's 2 seasons of this? Okay, watch it." I'm trying to avoid one season only shows for a while, you know?
I think I've seen this one. I don't know. The
Was it the
characters
main
are very generic
character?
looking. They're very generic looking.
I mean, that's just all the anime characters start to look the same.
Yeah, but there are some that stand out. Like
No,
there's
you
some
got the
characters
chick
that
with the red
stand
hair.
out.
You got the chick with the blue hair. Chick with the pink hair.
Yup, that's kind of
Mm. You got the little girl with the blue hair. You've got the girl who's flat chested who has an attitude about the fact that
about
she's flat
the
chested.
yeah. And
Oh,
who always
speaking
fights
of, I
with the
also
big boob chick.
oh, I forgot to mention I watched Dog and Scissors.
I've heard of that one. I think
It's where
I know I haven't
the
seen
main
it.
the main character dies saving or trying to say or saving someone's life, and he ends up getting reincarnated into a dog, and he's like obsessed with books, and his favorite author can somehow like he saves his favorite author unknowing to him, and now she somehow can hear his thoughts as a dog.
See, now that's a character. That's a unique character design
What?
for that chick.
I don't think so. I think that kind of like
More so than the asterisk.
oh, and then pink chick girl, yeah.
Yeah,
So that was a pretty good anime.
that one looks
Dog and
interesting.
Scissors. Very hilarious.
Looks like
Because
it.
she can hear his thoughts. It's not like he talks. She hears his thoughts. So he'll be saying stuff and she'll be able to or he'll be thinking stuff, thinking he's safe, like, oh, you flat chested whatever, and she'll be all mad because she can hear her and like it gets crazy to where like she like fights with scissors. Like scissors are her like weapon, and she ends up like fighting this other person who has a chainsaw type weapon with her scissors, and like it gets anime crazy. But
Okay, so it's on High Dive. Okay, that's where I can watch it.
yeah, I think I watched it on Verve
Yeah,
through High
well,
Dive. Yeah,
it's on the High Dive channel on Verve.
yeah. It's only one season. It's pretty good. It's one that I've been like eyeing for the longest time, and was just like, yeah, might as well give this a shot. And was it? Yeah, it's pretty hilarious though. But yeah, this Asterix one is another one. Like, hey, it's a school with magic, and the people fight each other, and it's one of those. You know,
Yeah,
Which if you really think about it, like, all anime is just, like, every anime lands in one category. Now, at least now, it seems like.
Yeah,
It's rare that there's original anime, you know?
yeah, that is very true.
For better or for worse, you do get variations like, well, wise man's grandchild, that's the, "No, I'm in a reincarnated in another world," but, like, I do like the fact that, like, he remembers science from his world, and he's able to implement that with magic from the world he lives in now, and able to do all kinds of crazy stuff. I love that twist on it.
Yeah, that's not
Hope they
original though.
I said twist on it. I didn't say it was original.
I can think of two separate animes that take both of what you just said.
Which ones?
Well, the reincarnated in another world, but still remember the past. I said this before. That's um Sanya of Saga of Tanya the Evil.
But do they use the science from their world into that?
No,
That's what
but
I'm saying. I
Isekai
like.
Cheat Magician does.
Okay. Never seen that, but yeah. I thought that was kind of funny how like he uses simple science stuff that we know that they have no clue and it's like super magic for them.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly what happens in Isekai Cheat Magician. Is actually two characters actually going to another world, and one of them, because she knows, kind of the basics of fire, her fire magic is way more powerful.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
That one's new. That one's somewhat new, and it is dubbed on Verve.
Oh, okay. What's it called again?
Isekai Cheat Magician. You just type in cheat.
Okay.
It's
Oh, that's
definitely one
not.
of those like, oh, we're in another world and we're also the most powerful beings around. We're special.
Okay. Wonder how I haven't come across this. Add to watch list. Oh, I want more of what was it? In Another World with My Smartphone. I love that one. That was a good one.
That one was good. It was like dumb but good.
It was so dumb. But because was the god was like, "You can have anything." He's like, "I want my smartphone." He's like, "That's it." Okay. Which I guess, having a smartphone in a world like, yeah, that would be pretty useful if you still got signal and battery and all that. What was I started
Again, that's
watching an
that
anime.
one's that one's similar to Konosuba, where instead his answer was, "I'll take you,"
Yeah.
and takes the god with him.
I think I saw that one. Watched that one. I watched anime recently where I was like, "Oh, I've seen this before." Oh, okay. What was it? Let's see. Can I find it? Sort by series. Oh, what was it? It was the one where like the characters in another world and he ends up taking over, and because he also has access to, like, his smartphone or whatever somehow, and he takes over nations and makes them like his little sister or children, or that's their, like, treaty terms or whatever. What was it called?
Oh, I do know what you mean. Um, no game, no life.
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
the one with the brother and sister who
Yes.
are avid gamers who end up going to
Okay, I thought that's what you meant.
it. No. Isn't that? No. It's on my list. I don't know. There's been watching anime in different places, so it's hard to. But yeah, it was one of those. Like I said, like the anime starts with he's already been there, and he, it's like the leader of this big
You
army
ever
or
watch Gate?
whatever. And
You ever
yeah, I
watch
did
Gate?
watch Gate. Gate was good. I enjoyed Gate.
I would like there to be a season 3 of Gate.
I would like that as well too. Funny enough, when I was getting the loot crates for free, I was getting the anime ones
Uh huh.
to review, and one of them had a carabiner keychain from Gate.
Okay.
I had no idea. I had never seen Gate, and then I eventually watched Gate, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's my keychain.
Well,
It's a pretty
that's
cool
kind of the
keychain.
same thing happened with this.
Oh yeah.
My dad brought this home from Japan as a gift, um, and I just happened to be watching Assassination Classroom, and it kind of dawned on me like, oh, this is the main character from Assassination Classroom.
Um, Maybe I'm trying to find out what this anime was that I. Hmm. Watch on Funimation. Let's see. History. Uh, I don't know. Oh well. But yeah, it was just like, you with Silver Guardian. I was watching it and like, oh, I've seen this one already. Okay. So where does One Punch come out on?
I think it's Hulu.
Is it? Because I don't think season 2 was on Hulu, at least dubbed.
It might be Toonami.
Yeah, because that's what it said when I was watching it on from Kiss Anime. It said
That might
Adult
be
Swim.
Toonami.
There's the Adult Swim timestamp on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, it's not on Verve, it's not on Funimation, it's not on Hulu. No, there's nowhere else I can look like legally. Hmm.
Let's see who does the dub. Oh, it's on Viz. Okay, Viz
I
does the
was about
dub.
to say, thought it was Viz. I wasn't sure or not, but yeah. I need to finish Sword Art 2. I stopped in the middle of that. Was it Gungrave? Gun
Gun
what
Gale
was it called?
Online.
Gun Gale, yeah.
That one
Gungrave's
was
a
good.
different
Yes, Gungrave is a different anime. You might actually like Sword Art Online Alternative. It's a complete side story that where like none of the characters from the Sword Art series shows up. It's its own separate thing. It's Sword Art
Okay.
Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. It's a BR.
Here's the anime. That's the one. I think. Hold on. I could be confusing this with something else. No, this is a different one. Never mind. A lot of animes are very similar.
They are.
It's very similar. Wait, or maybe. No, wait, this is the one. Uh, the Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of El something. Here's the link. Pretty sure this is the one. Yeah.
I might have seen this one.
And I watched the first episode and I'm like, wait, I've seen this. Yeah, I'm back on an anime kick though. I started to watch Radiant, but I watched
Same.
the first episode of that, and I
I watched the
just like
first couple, and I was like, I just kind of fell off of it.
it might be good, but just it's not grabbing me.
I want to say like I watched like 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh yeah, you did a lot more than I did. You've never watched Bleach, right?
I've seen some of it.
That's one I've always wanted to maybe see. Give it a shot. I really don't know much about it,
Like
except for
I
it's
know
like
who the main character is, and I got a good way through it.
yeah, it's one of those where I know of it, but I don't really know it at all. Yeah, Radiant, it's like the main character. It's kind of hard to get past him. At least that first episode, anyways. Just seems a little too goofy. And again, this cover art makes him look like very
A
serious.
badass.
So
Yeah.
I've got a lot of anime like queued up, ready to watch on like Verve, and surprisingly, Hulu's got a lot. I saw like they've got a nice nice collection now.
They do. Yeah. So does Netflix. Like they've got a bunch too. That
I
I
don't know where
I tend to
left
forget.
off on what's it called? Seven Deadly Sins. I can't remember where I left off on that. I kind of enjoyed that, but I don't know. And then Attack on Titan, like I should get back to that.
Same, but I kind of fell like when they took a break in season 3. I never went back. I didn't
I
pick it back
think
up.
I think I last was season 2 when that you find out who the two Titans were.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the last I saw. That anime is just bonkers when
It
you really think
is.
about it. What was it? I can't remember. I was watching something they were talking about like the Attack on Titan, and they were so excited when because they didn't like the main character when the main character got eaten at the and they were so happy when that happened, and I'm like, oh well, I guess sorry it didn't work out for you. I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have not eaten anything, so I'm gonna grab
I
something to
have
eat.
not either, and it's 10 o'clock. So,
Yeah, I will talk to you later.
alrighty, see you.